If I stay still, the thoughts of you are sinking. Point stands, but I'm still overthinking. You know you don't really call me like you used to, but I know you try. But I've heard you've been here before. But I won't stay the same, it's just what I'm used to. Some things don't ever change, I know it's me and you. But I don't stay the same, I'm just adjusting to. Some things don't change, but I'm designed to be held on to. Babe, I wanna know, is it heartfelt or maybe just a little? Cause you don't really see me like you used to. Would you hold on to me, cause all you do is settle. I've heard you've been here before. But I don't stay the same, it's just what I'm used to. Some things don't ever change, I know it's me and you. But I don't stay the same, I'm just adjusted to. Some things don't change, but I'm designed to be held on to. But I don't stay the same, it's just what I'm used to. Some things don't ever change, I know it's me and you. But I don't stay the same, I'm just adjusted to. Some things don't change, but I'm designed to be held on to. If I stay still, the thoughts of you are sinking. Point stands, but I'm still overthinking. You know you don't really call me like you used to, but I know you try. But I've heard you've been here before. But I won't stay the same, it's just what I'm used to. Some things don't ever change, I know it's me and you. But I don't stay the same, I'm just adjusting to. Some things don't change, but I'm designed to be held on to. Babe, I wanna know, is it heartfelt or maybe just a little? Cause you don't really see me like you used to. Would you hold on to me, cause all you do is settle. I've heard you've been here before. But I don't stay the same. It's just what I'm used to. Some things don't ever change. I know it's me and you, but I don't stay the same. I'm just adjusted to. Some things don't change, but I'm designed to be held on to. But I don't stay the same. It's just what I'm used to. Some things don't ever change. I know it's me and you, but I don't stay the same. I'm just adjusted to. Some things don't change, but I'm designed to be held on to. If I stay still, the thoughts of you will sink in. Point stands, but I'm still overthinking. You know you don't really call me like you used to, but I know you try. But I've heard you've been here before. But I won't stay the same. It's just what I'm used to. Some things don't ever change. I know it's me and you, but I don't stay the same. I'm just adjusted to. Some things don't change, but I'm designed to be held on to.
I think we're live. I think the audio is working. We had a little tech issue at the beginning, so we're only like 4 minutes late.
You just see our mouths moving. You should probably tell us.
Quite late, but yeah, if you can hear us, that's great. Give us a thumbs up or shut the F up.
Oh.
Can't say the F word yet.
Why?
Well, because then it just shuts off here.
Oh.
You have to wait so many seconds on YouTube before you can cuss.
How many?
I don't know what it is. 30 seconds? 3 minutes? I don't know what it is.
Fudgesicles? Fallopian tubes?
Filipino?
That's a P.
Huh?
PH. It's like saying pterodactyl.
There you go. Spell with a pterodactyl.
Yeah. Pterodactyl.
Pita.
Happy Friday.
Yeah, we made it to Friday. Just barely, honestly. Yeah, it's been good though. I mean, we always have hiccups. We're human beings.
What?
Her and I had a really huge hiccup before here. That's why we're running late. We're not mad at each other, but we're frustrated with each other and in love with each other.
Yes. I don't think you could be one without the other.
That's true. That's always been a topic, right? It's like the only people that can actually upset you are people you actually care about. So if you're upset with somebody and you feel like, oh, they're just this and they hate them, I was like, you care about that person. You care about how they think about you.
It's true.
So if you're caring about the comments on a video of yours, you need to move on.
I've never even rewatched our videos.
Because you don't even, you don't even know what they are. You don't even know what I name them.
Someone could say something really mean and I wouldn't care.
Yeah. So, which they have.
Yeah.
I've told you.
Oh, just that one.
There's a couple trolls.
Oh, okay.
There's a couple that was just like, they don't make any sense. And that one troll a while back was hilarious.
Yeah.
Even YouTube took the comment down. I didn't. I was like, leave it up, man.
Love people.
Yeah, it's fine.
We're gonna.
That's what you get.
Start the show.
When you let your heart win.
What's that called? Let me do that.
A slammer.
Salute.
I don't know. Blancheva.
Cheers.
Shot 30. Honestly, yeah, I haven't drank whiskey this week at all.
Yeah, no, me either.
Not since last weekend.
We were really just late because we were waiting for Ryan and Bailey. Just kidding.
Yeah.
We
have
said,
been
"Keep
bumping.
delaying."
We have been bumping this to an hour later for
Me.
Yeah. Well, we just don't know how airports are going to work. So
Yeah.
instead of trying to rush back here,
Are you scared of flying because all the stuff in the news?
me?
Yeah.
No.
Me either.
I mean,
Someone asked me today if I was, and I was like, I fall asleep before the plane takes off.
I was like, I just look at it. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen, right?
I've almost got hit on the freeway way more times than I thought the plane was going down.
No, it's not even that. I was like, they say scientifically, statistically, and I was like, yeah, of course, it's because more people drive than fly. Well, I mean, so
yeah,
I hate that statistic. It was like more people die behind the freeway. And I was like, because there's more people on the freeway.
Yeah,
like there's at least 24 people in my life that don't fly.
That's a lot.
Well, think about it.
I don't even know 24 people.
Think about you know 24 people and you know they don't fly.
That's true.
When's the last time Matthew flew somewhere?
I don't know if he's ever been on a plane.
Thank you very much. When was the last time?
Megan, I know has.
When was the last time she did though?
I don't know.
And how often? Once a year?
No, less than that.
Okay, once every couple of years?
Yeah.
Okay. How often does she get in the car?
Every day.
And get on the freeway?
Well, most days.
How many days a week does she get on the freeway?
I don't know.
So
they're
statistically, yes.
I mean,
yeah. But I was like, if you're on the freeway once a week, that's 52 times a week. So and you get on a plane half a time a year.
It's true.
So statistically, yes.
Yeah.
You're going to get in a car accident.
Yeah.
It's insane, those numbers. How people.
The one that flipped upside down in Canada, that one was bananas.
What about what about the car that flew off that made national news?
That was crazy.
Here in Sacramento.
Oh, did it really?
I saw it on like some national CBS.
That was
something.
bananas.
Yeah, it was just a car just boop.
That's actually my worst fear.
Just flying off the road?
Somebody flying off the road and landing on me. I hate overpasses for that reason. I always think about that every time I go under one.
Maybe that's my fear of getting up to a big skyscraper. I get all woozy. Feel like a piano's going to fall on me.
At the top.
Too many cartoons.
You'd be the piano.
What do you mean fall? No, if I'm at the bottom looking up.
Oh, that's maybe at the top looking down.
I'm the piano?
Yeah.
Thanks. I'm a little girthy.
And you have black and white today.
What? Am I black and white?
Well, your shirt.
Shirt's black and red.
Well, your shirt's black and you're white. So.
Yeah, but there's red. So I have that whole like.
So you're a zebra?
No.
Newspaper.
Why is red zebra? What are you talking about?
Black and white and red all over.
That's a dead zebra.
Newspaper.
Oh.
Your newspaper. You're a newsie.
That was insane. Yes, I am. Newsy. All right. All right. We got to get into this because we are going to start doing some stuff. You're going to get a little taste of it today.
Yes.
Towards the end, we are going to play something a little bit.
Can I pause you?
Yeah.
Hi, Keith.
Hello, Keith.
Hi. That was rude.
All right. Thanks for disrupting us, Keith. Jeez. No, we're going to give you a little teaser taster of a little thing that we're called, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
But we're going to think about some, what are they called?
I almost said opinions, but that's not the right word.
No, they're, hot takes.
Hot takes.
But the segment's not called that. Well, we'll get to that towards the end. But we're going to give you a little teaser of that because we're going to start putting those kind of things probably on either a different channel or on Patreon. I think Patreon's probably the easiest one to do and do it as a live stream, play some games. Even if we put, this is where I want to learn game. As you see in here, we're gamed up ready.
Are we going to try this one today?
Maybe.
I put it on my
We might get to that. I know that we're definitely going to play 3 different types of games. Well, 2 different types of games and 3 different games. So definitely right in the front, you'll see I Mustache You. All right.
Oh, look at my little baby hands.
Yeah. Yours? We should get a little baby hand for you.
That's not bad.
And then you see back here, Change My Mind. We know the designers and developers and publishers of these games. So we want to bring them to you guys, and also hopefully you guys will put them on your tables too. But you also see up in the upper right corner of the table.
Is that here?
There you go.
Oh.
We have some controllers. We're looking at probably broadcasting some video games.
Oh God.
I think the first one we're going to attempt It Takes Two.
Oh God.
But we might play something else depending
Let's do
on
Star Fox. Is that on that? Is that on? Whatever this is.
What'd you play it on?
Oh, I didn't.
N64,
It
huh?
was N64.
Okay.
Aw. That was my favorite game.
Have you seen the meme where he's like, was it cruising down the road on my 64, and it's like he's sitting in a Nintendo 64.
That's adorable.
It
No.
was super funny.
mean,
That's
send
super.
it to
I was
me.
like, it only took till 2025 for us to make that funny. But how cool was that?
I need an N64.
But we're gonna play some video games. But yes, we're gonna try It Takes Two. The issue we're gonna run into is we're gonna play the games that the PC that I built can handle. So if it can't handle the game, we might not be playing. We might be playing Pong. I don't know.
Pong is boring.
Yeah, but it's if my computer, that's all I can handle.
What was that one game we played that I was really bad at with the
That narrows it down to all games.
with the one with the shooting?
Oh, that was it was a Star Wars game.
Yeah,
Was it called Battlefront?
Rogue One. Battle
No,
One.
it was Battlefront or whatever like that.
Maybe it wasn't good.
But
I was
it-
terrible at it.
It was a great game.
It was.
She just her rifle either stares at the sky
It
or
doesn't
stares
make
at the
any
ground.
sense. There's too many
But-
buttons.
No. Up, down. That's all you had to do.
But if you point up, you're pointing down.
Then you switch the controller, and that confused you more for some reason.
It was too many buttons.
No, I was like, you know how some people see me? I'm opposite of what most people do. I don't do it I do it kind of like you're flying a plane. Like I pull back on the controller to look up because that makes more sense. Like
Yeah.
my head is going back. That's just how I've always played. But default, that's not how normal people play on a controller. So yours was set to standard, which is wherever you move the mouse, that's where
Didn't
your
make any
eyes go.
sense. That's all I got.
And then you're like, oh, she's looking at the sky, and then she's looking at the snow, and then she's
But-
looking at the sky. And I was like, oh, I can fix this. I'll just switch it because she has those confused. Guess what? Sky, snow,
Well, it was because
sky,
you
snow.
also have to like push the shooting button at the same time.
That's two buttons.
It's not.
Up.
No,
There's one that
no,
you're controlling where you
because
look, and then the fire.
the
That's
two whirly knobs, you have to like use them at the same
it.
time.
One's move. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Okay, 3 buttons.
Yes. It's too much. I need the old school controller. It was like,
Where it's like
up,
run,
up, down,
jump.
down, A, B. That's all
You're
I
like
got.
run and jump.
Yes.
You're a side scroller.
I want Star Fox.
Yeah, you played Star Fox, which is not a side scroller.
Star Fox only
was-
had like 3 buttons still. No,
Yeah, but
it didn't have 2 knobby things.
But it's adds a whole nother dimension to it. Like you're flying.
Yes.
Like it's
But you didn't really, there wasn't a lot of things you
they railed you.
determined.
It was
Yeah.
very rarely. Yeah.
That was the best. Because I tried the new Star Fox. Wasn't pretty. I enjoyed the crap out of it, but there was too many buttons again. I was like, what do you mean? I have to use 2 knobby swirly guys to go forward and then use another button and then some trigger fingers. Who could remember all that?
Yeah, look out, world. She drives a car.
Oh, cars are easy.
There's more than 2 things to do in a car.
No, there's not.
Gas, steer,
Ah.
brake, shifting,
But you can't
windshield
you
wipers.
can't brake and gas at the same time. So really, that's still one
What are
button.
you talking about?
You're not braking and gassing at the same time.
Yes, you are. You can.
No, you switched.
If you're on a big hill, you gas and brake at the same time.
But I'm saying,
You've never driven a clutch, have you?
no, that's
Ever.
what I'm saying. I don't have to.
Oh, I'm just saying. 'cause
Easy peasy.
On a hill, it's gas and clutch,
You know what's even easier? Cruise control. Don't have to do either.
or just she's on a hill. E-brake.
I do cruise control in neighborhoods.
Yeah, she's. What do you mean I can't cruise control at 25?
No, I do cruise control at 20.
No, you
all the
can't.
time.
I don't. Does it allow you to?
Yes.
I've tried that just for
You
fun.
can cruise control at anything.
Oh, really?
I mean,
I didn't know
nowadays
that.
you can. But they
I
also
didn't know
have that lane assist thing. I
No,
don't like
that's
that as
stupid.
much. But there's some cars which is nice because you can turn off the lane assist when you have cruise control on. That's ideal.
Well,
Because I hate cruise control. I mean, I hate the lane assist thing. It's going through your hair there.
I don't know. I watched it a couple hours ago, and it just very fuzzy.
Yeah, it's real fluffy.
You like it?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can. It's about as long as your eyebrows.
All right, so these kind of games we're gonna do.
Yeah, sorry.
We'll do a little test of the change my mind, or I must probably change my mind tonight because we just got it.
And we already did I mustache you.
Yeah, we did a little bit of it. You
Yeah.
broke it, but
about to just say
there was
it.
another thing I saw on the TV. It was like the Onion. You've ever seen the Onion?
Yeah.
It-
Oh, the
it-
show?
no, it's a like
Newspaper.
fake news.
Yeah, yeah.
Like actual real fake news.
Yeah.
Like they make up something. I said it said something about like really bored gamers after 4 hours realized they've been playing it by the wrong rules. right? Something like that.
Is that what they're
That
talking
makes
about?
sense?
Us? Yeah.
Board gamers.
Oh.
Oh, we've done that.
Yeah.
Like we've done that. I want to send it to you.
We have one.
No, it's called Ticket to Ride.
Yeah, we played the whole thing wrong.
We played that and we are like, wow, this is.
We played at somebody else's house. They're like, that's not what we do.
I was like, it took 4 hours for it to play. They're like, it only takes like 30 minutes. I was like, what are we doing? We're buying every car.
We don't read directions.
You know, it was hilarious. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Plus, hey, I got these new. I have these new shorts. Really like them. Got them at Costco. I know, whatever. But they're Hurley shorts. I love how they fit. I love everything. But you cannot put. It's like if you drop your drawers, if you drop your underwear and shorts at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if you're trying to get frisky real quick.
Okay.
You know, you pull them down. But you pull them up.
Mm-hmm.
So the rear pockets are not sewn to the shorts. Yeah. So sometimes they're in your underwear.
Yeah.
So that happened to me today. I had my back pocket shorts inside my underwear touching my butt.
That's weird.
Yeah. I just thought you should know that.
Interesting.
I thought the world should
just
know
gonna
that.
sew them in, fix it up.
No. I was like, I kind of enjoy this.
You enjoy a pocket in your butt?
Yeah, just touching my butt.
Interesting.
On accident. I was like, oh, look, touch my butt.
Hmm.
You're not into that?
I mean, I am, but...
You're like, ooh, I accidentally touched my butt. Hi, butt.
My own?
Yeah.
No.
Not just a random butt. What's wrong with you?
I thought you meant me touching yours, weirdo.
Like, you're being weird.
You're being weird.
Just touching random people's butts?
I'm not touching my own butt. That's even more weird.
How is that more weird than just touching random people's butts?
Well, not random. Yeah, random is weird.
Miranda?
Miranda's even more weird.
I was like, are you reading their rights? What? If you're touching if you're touching a random person's butt, you are getting the Miranda rights.
And then I'm touching their butt.
They're being read to you.
Nah, I'm a chick. I can get away with it.
Probably. Just depends on who it is.
It's true.
Another chick, you're totally fine.
You know what sucks? We haven't even got to our sponsor, but I just want to say this. I was at the hotel the other day, and what bugged me was, so I had to go put the little thing in the dashboard to say my car's parked here. And then when I got back, I went to the desk and I was like, oh, can I get a bottle of water and charge to my room? So I'm talking to the desk person, and this lady walks in, and I'm assuming she stays there. I don't know. Don't really care. But anyway, so she walks in front of me, and I can see that she's going to walk to the elevator, and now I have to walk to the elevator. So when she sees I'm going to the elevator, she stops and then turns back to the front desk and just stands there and then waits until I get on the elevator. And I'm like, I actually don't want to ride an elevator with you either.
So shadiness occurred. Like either she was trying to do something shady.
Right.
Or she knew she couldn't get away with doing something shady in front of you.
It was so odd. I was just like...
Well, there's so many things to that.
I know. I was just like, I don't care what you're doing.
But
I just
people don't know.
I'm trying to go to my room.
You know? No, they definitely wouldn't do that in front of me.
Never know.
I'd be like, can I see the management? You know me. I narc on everyone.
You do narc on everyone.
Such a narc. I'm not.
When I first got there to check
That's the thing. I was like, I'm the opposite of a narc. I'm the person to tell you. I'd be the person to tell you is like, you're being stupid. What the hell are you doing?
No, I wouldn't do
I wouldn't go tell on somebody. I was like,
I wouldn't do either.
It's on you, bro. I interject when people are
things.
doing something stupid.
I'm just like, that seems like a lot.
Well, I just feel like if they're doing something shady, I was like, hey, that's not going to end well.
True.
I've said that.
Yeah.
I said it to, I think CJ caught me doing it. We were walking in Costco. And we're walking into the freezer area. Remember that guy that was it had his cart there? It was like nobody could get in and out because he was standing right in the middle with his cart and talking to his buddy.
Yeah.
And we're walking. You walked, like, kind of got through and then went in. I walked right up and I said, you know, you're in the doorway, right? They kept walking. He was gone by the time we left, was he not?
I don't know. I didn't even notice him.
Well, I was like, everybody was struggling to get in and out because this dude was chatting with his buddy. With his cart like sideways.
I'm so used to that at Costco. I didn't even notice it.
Yeah, but it's like, but they're so oblivious.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's one of those things of, if you tell somebody, they're like, oh, my bad. 99% of the time they go, oh, my bad. Because if you're in Costco, most people are like drifting.
Yeah.
They're like overstimulated. They don't know what they're getting. like they don't know where their spouse is or their kids are.
Yeah.
They're kind of like,
They really
oblivious.
don't.
They
Yeah.
really are. So it's like giving them a quick check-in. I was like, hey, excuse me, I need to get in there. They're like, oh, my bad. They really are.
Yeah.
Like 99%. If they're offended, you're just a dick. Like you just are. If somebody, because I'll do it. You know me. I'll be in the way. And they're like, hey, I'm trying to get, I was like, oh, not a problem. I'll scoot over. I don't care. But
True.
Yeah. This was like, just, again, it's one of those things like, it's not see something, say something. It's more of
Profiling.
what is it? What is it? Evil men prevail.
Evil prevails when good does nothing.
When good men do nothing.
Yeah.
I think that's a statement, something like that. And I think that's kind of the thing. It was like, you got to, do something.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a dick. But I was like, hey, I was like, you're in the doorway, right? And I kept walking. I don't think so. You heard me. And he heard me say something. Like, hear what I just said to him? I was like, don't you say that.
Yeah. I was going to say.
Like ever. But let the old 51-year-old white guy.
It's true.
Yeah.
I would never.
Let me do it.
All right,
I'll be the guy.
You want to sponsor it up?
Sponsors. As always, we are in 2025 and we're still sponsored by Lever Consulting. Please go to leverconsulting.com for a complimentary introductory consultation. Just tell them that Sarah and Scooter sent you there. Dang, that was really good.
That was. You should be a radio.
I thought about it. This is something I spit all over the mic this time.
Yeah, why?
The good thing is just mine. I reached out to a person last night in a creative, whimsical mood.
Wow.
So
look
out. Yeah. And I prefaced with that. That was my beginning. I was like, it might be the gummy talking, but
God.
just hear me out.
Who was it?
Will. And I said,
Jones?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Because
Say his whole name.
yeah, Will Jones. It really was.
You said redhead?
Yeah. He used to be bald. He used to shave it.
He has hair?
Yes. You said redhead. How would
His
you?
beard's red.
Oh.
I've never seen him without a hat on.
Yes, you have. You just saw him like 2 weeks ago downtown.
He had a beanie on.
No, we didn't. We went to a concert.
He had hair?
He had hair and had a little bit of product in it and everything. I know he had product in it because I touched it.
I think I just imagined he had a beanie on.
No.
I can't see Will with hair.
No, he's growing his hair back out and stuff. Yeah.
I didn't know he could.
Yeah. He's
I
just
thought
going
he
through a
was
different.
bald.
No, he shaves it. It was a choice. Okay. So now that you know more about Will than he wants anybody to know, let's be real.
Sorry, Will.
I don't think he listens to the show, which is good for now. But no, because I was like, I'm feeling creative. Like, I think I'm in that space of my creativity needs to go more grandiose.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about trying to do a mini series of some sort, just a screenplay. Not that it's going to turn into a thing, but I think I need to write a screenplay for at least 5 to 7 episodes of short 5 to 10 minute segments of a whole series.
I thought you were just going to say you were going to start a new adventure and he was number one.
Oh, you mean for D&D?
I feel like you should, any role-playing game.
No, I just reached out to him because I feel like he's a decently driven person and he doesn't go, wow, that's a great idea if it's not a great idea.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's a very creative mind.
Like, F that's stupid.
Yeah, but also he'd give me his input in a positive way,
Yeah.
and also is a very creative human. Yeah. He's very, so
I agree.
He was the first person on my list. There's many other people on my list, but I just think it'd be kind of cool to put together like a 5 to 7 episode screenplay of a comedy-esque
Nice
type of thing.
All right, so our other sponsor,
Go big,
because we haven't finished yet, is the Yaya's Embroidery. They do shirts and hats and beanies and really many, many things if you ask them. If you mention Sarah and Scooter, you get 10% off your whole order. Now we're going to catch up on the chat. Go ahead.
We're going to try, but it's like, Miranda, I don't even know her. Pew, pew.
Happy Friday, Bailey. You owe us a shot.
No, it is like, what is it? No, dude, this is what we're going to do from here forward.
Oh.
We hear a joke that's like that, like a groaner, like Miranda.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know her. We go, Dios mío.
One more time.
No, that was perfect.
I.
I?
Yeah.
What?
Ay, Dios.
That's what I said.
You said adios.
Oh, like goodbye.
Yeah.
Oops. Adios mio. But it has to be like a stupid white guy saying it.
Yeah.
It's funnier. I go, adios mio.
Woo!
And there, oh, you go, híjole.
That was pretty good. I like that one.
But the way I said it, híjole, and I hit a cymbal.
Okay.
Just a symbol, not
Always
the
goes too
just a
far.
symbol, like go híjole, like a small one of those little tiny symbols that just has that small crash.
You know what's scary is that by next Friday there's gonna be a tiny symbol on this desk.
Yeah, that sounds great. And I'll go híjole.
And then because he does no research, it's gonna break after the first time he hits it.
Yeah, and I was like, it was the perfect thing. No, so yeah, go to Yaya's Embroidery. Is that what we're talking about?
Yep.
Happy Friday, Bailey, reading the comics. And what's the other one that Keith says? It says, message retracted.
Ooh. Oh, mine doesn't say that. Maybe because it's your chat.
What was he trying to say?
You trying to get that F spent in there?
Yeah.
It's been 3 minutes.
He pulled back. I don't know what he's got. What? How many kids?
2?
Yeah, so we know he doesn't pull out.
Oh, shit.
Oh, it's Mio.
Oh, God. It's going to be a long Friday.
Missed you. I've been watching a lot of entertainment that I've actually been enjoying and not enjoying at the same time. That makes sense?
We'll get that entertainment of the week.
Yeah. I've been watching some stuff. I was like, wow, why are we letting, okay, we'll maybe that's my rant. I'm going to put a rant in there.
You want a good thing?
Oh, yeah.
Good thing. I don't know if it's going to work into
I have one.
Me too.
You going to steal it?
No.
Well, if you heard the song at the beginning, called Change, ! By Eli Jonathan, we got to catch up with him.
The Eli Jonathan?
We got to catch up with him. Like, actually had a nice FaceTime call for a good, I think, half hour, 45 minutes, something like that. Really nice to catch up with my nephew. Not just because he's my nephew. I just think he's a cool guy. He's one of those people in my life that I feel like if he wasn't related to me, I'd still be his friend. I'd still want to be. I'd want to be his friend. He'd be like,
this guy.
What does he want? Why does he keep calling me? What's wrong with this guy? But since I'm his uncle, he feels obligated. No, he's not that guy. No, he's doing well and those kind of things. That's up his story to tell if he ever wants to tell it. But it was really, really, really nice to see how he's doing and see what he's up to, see how he's feeling, see how, how his friends are doing, how his partner's doing, how his job's doing, how his siblings are doing, all that kind of stuff. It was really, really nice to see his perspective on life because he's what, 24, 25?
Is he that old?
Yeah, he's got to be
25.
Yeah, I mean, we took him out for a beer like 4 years ago.
Jeez.
When he was 21. So I was like, I just with mathematically going, he's got to be mid-20s.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Because he was, it's my nephew. I've known him since he was born.
Right.
So
I haven't.
Yeah.
Known him for a while now.
And we were talking about, I was thinking about this the other day. I was thinking about this morning. I was like, I've been in California a long freaking time, man. I've been in California, 13 years now?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Why?
Because California.
It's a great state.
Nah.
I talked to somebody about this today. And he said he's been all over the world. He's lived in Malaysia. He's lived in Australia. He's like, I've been to every single continent. I've been to multiple countries. He's like, California really is the best place. He's like, this is the place we chose to move to.
If you can afford it.
Yeah.
It's really is one of those things. It's like
he was in like, the funny thing is when he said that, he was in like the bougie part of Orange County. And his wife's like a teacher's aide. And I was like, in my head, I thought, and when he was talking, he was like, yeah, our business is okay. It's not like doing super well. And I thought, how the F are you affording this out? Because this neighborhood is really nice.
No, I agree. I just haven't been to that many countries and that kind of stuff. But I feel like
it was interesting too, because he has a master's, but not from this country. And his wife has a PhD, but not from this country. And she's a teacher's assistant. Because like the transition to the States didn't transition well for either of them. So for him,
No.
he's like, he was able to get like a decent job. He's like, but I hated working in an
But
office.
you have to redo your degree in
Right.
California.
So like she literally was a PhD. She has a PhD and she's a teacher assistant because this was what she could get.
Yeah,
And I
in
was like,
California.
so crazy.
In most other states, you're fine. California,
Freaking
like,
California.
well, it really is. When it comes to your college degree, your prereqs in California, there's like 3 or 4 prereqs that are all about California.
Yeah. They really want you to know.
The California government,
Unless you live here.
California history, like all that stuff. You have to know about California.
Yeah.
To get a degree in California.
It's like becoming a citizen. All the
But
things you have to know.
it is one of the more difficult places to, not difficult, but if you go to a college here, you know a lot.
Yeah.
You just do. So
Yeah.
the college degree from California is pretty substantial.
I mean,
I have to say.
pretty good. Pretty good.
So
All
yours isn't even from California. What are you talking about?
No, it's not. But I live here, so they act like it is.
Well, because yours is, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you got an MBA, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever that means. Big ass.
My good thing. So I found this random place, and it's not random because people live there. It's like I discovered a new place, but I found a place we should go visit, and it's called Seal Beach,
I've heard of that.
and it's very cute. It's
Maybe
in
I've been there.
between Long Beach and like Newport
I
Beach,
think I've been there.
but that's not helpful if you don't know where either of those places are. It's a very little beach town.
Yeah, but I feel like Seal Beach sounds very familiar in my brain.
Maybe.
I should probably call my dad.
Yeah, I was ask your dad. So they have a theater there called, I want to say it's Bay Theater. That this rich guy in town just refurbished the whole thing because it was like falling apart, and so they
Oh.
just reopened it, and so now they're having like shows and they're replaying old movies there. But it's like super super cute, and I thought when we're in Long Beach in whenever we're going, what are we going? July, end of July, we should stop by Seal Beach
How?
in a car.
Oh, we'd have to drive there.
Well, at this point,
flying
no
in
one's
the
going
long-
to this concert. I'm just kidding.
Excuse me. They had an announcement this week of From Ashes to New.
This-
Here's the irony of, not irony. It's kind of ironic. So there's this concert we've been talking about a little bit. We're going to Warped Tour, the 2-day concert. They're playing in 3 different locations. Was it Washington, DC? Sorry, not Washington State, but what, playing in DC, Long Beach, and then Florida, Orlando. Right. So we're like looking at what artists are being announced. So long story long. The artists that they're announcing in Long Beach are not Ariel, Bailey, and Sarah's favorite.
Right.
They're like sitting there going like, that's not what I wanted.
Who are these people?
Where's my Blink 182? Where's
Avril?
my Avril Lavigne?
Yeah.
Where's my Paramore?
Right.
All those types of things. And I'm going like, ooh, Funeral Portrait. Ooh, From Ashes to New. Ooh, Fever 333, which are all like
New.
less than 5-year-old. They've been around for maybe 5 years.
Yeah.
Right. So this old guy is like excited for the new bands that are showing up. And yet the younger people that I'm going with are going, where's all the classic
Where's all the
bands?
old people?
Where's all the classic bands going? And they're, I mean, one we talked about last week too is like somebody gets Avril,
Yeah.
somebody gets Lacey Sturm,
Yeah.
not Long Beach.
No.
I was like, that was a rant last week, but I was like, I'm like looking at the library. I was like, we're probably going to find, like we've done before, we've gone in and go, wow, who's that?
Yeah.
And then they become like one of our top 10 bands that we listen to because they're just so fun and so new. So,
But hear me out. We're flying in Thursday, and the concert's not till Friday.
okay, so
We
we'll
could
go to
go
a
Thursday.
local concert on Thursday.
No, I want to go to Seal Beach.
Because people are going to be in town. People that are not part of the venue, that are not part of their, I guarantee you there's a concert on Thursday night of somebody you're going to want
I'm
to see.
not saying we spend the whole day there.
Herpaderp.
Keith said very cute town. Thank you, Keith. Is what I'm saying. But also the reason I want to go back is they had the best red velvet cupcake I've ever had. And I couldn't eat the whole thing because it's literally the size of a muffin. But it was so moist, and the cream cheese frosting was like perfect. Anyways, I just want to go wander the little town.
So I found out this, I could be totally wrong in this, but this year, well, not this year, 2024, sometime in that year, I found out, isn't red velvet cake just light chocolate.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
Like that's just that it's a cake with not as much chocolate as a chocolate cake.
Yeah, and they turn it red.
And that's it.
Right.
So the red means nothing. It's not nothing red goes in there.
Beets usually are food coloring, yeah.
So
that's it.
That's the most deceptive thing I've ever experienced in my whole life. Red velvet cake.
Keith just said something.
There's nothing red in it except for false information.
Keith said something and he's gonna look at Bailey's even excited. Keith said Blink 182 and Sublime will be in Long Beach. And Bailey said, Keith, how do you know that? In all caps.
When? Thursday night. The night before Warped Tour.
If they're there, I'm there.
Like I'm saying.
But I still want to go to Seal Beach.
Okay, so while you're at Seal Beach,
that's fine.
We're hanging out with Blink. You know what I'm going to do?
I'm going to
get backstage passes.
I'm going to do both.
Because you wouldn't I don't think you even enjoy seeing Sublime.
Name me a Sublime song.
I don't need no crystal ball. They do like they're kind of very Long Beach sound. They're not pop punk.
Did you play me some Sublime?
Yeah, no, I think I may have, but it was like they don't practice.
I love that song.
No crystal ball. Santos, I kick his ass.
I like Sublime.
Oh, okay. Because
Yeah.
I love Sublime. I've even seen cover bands of Sublime. I've
I wouldn't
paid.
do that.
I've paid like $15 to see a cover band of Sublime.
If Blink 182 and Sublime are going, it'll make me feel better. I'm still going to Seal Beach. I don't tell you. You don't have to go.
Sorry, I'm hanging out with Blink.
I'll go by myself.
I don't even know what are their names.
Town by myself. See the ocean.
What's the drummer's name?
I don't know.
He's like the
I barely
most
know
famous drummer in
songs.
the world right now.
Bruce.
No.
Keith.
No.
Monty.
What's his name? Come on. Chime in. We need some John.
Somebody Google for
we need
us.
some John.
I know.
Where's John in the chat? I need to know his name. Travis Barker. Before somebody said it.
Like,
Travis Barker. Nailed it.
he was with somebody.
Blink 182.
No. Like a chick.
Oh, I think he was with a Kardashian for a
yeah.
minute.
A what?
A Kardashian. A Kardashian. See how I did that? I was like, adios mío.
See? Really no. Courtney's husband.
Yeah. Still? I think they are. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Something. She was actually the attractive one. I feel like she was the
I don't
more
know who
sane
any
one.
of them are.
I never watched it, but I feel like every time you kind of saw somebody, I was like, she had that look. It was like, God, y'all are crazy. I feel like she had that like, what? Why? I'm here. I'm gonna make a crap ton of money.
Yeah.
By having the same last name, but okay. That's what I felt like. It's like, okay.
Any more good things?
No, that was my good thing. Catching up with Eli Jonathan, which his name's Elijah.
Oh, don't tell people.
If you didn't know.
Are you ready to rant?
Yeah.
Rant of the week. Rant of the week.
Rant of the week.
Bailey said Kardashians are her guilty pleasure.
That would be a guilty pleasure. So don't tell anybody anymore. You just feel guilty and don't tell anybody.
Well, I have way too many. 98% of the shows I watch are.
I actually attempted, I think I saw 2 episodes of the Kardashians and I go, this is the most toxic thing I've ever seen. So I was like, let's watch Real Housewives. This makes way more sense. It was what sucked me in? Real Housewives of Atlanta.
I knew it.
Real Housewives of Atlanta.
That was one of the best ones. The beginning
it
of
was
that
the
show.
best because I actually, like 3 of the people in there, I knew who they were.
Yeah.
Like everybody else, I was like, I have no, like, they had Orange County. They had all these, I have no idea who they are.
I think Orange County, I only knew because one was a Hilton and one was like a child. 2 of them were like child actors.
Yeah, but when you watch the Atlanta one, there's like 3, like people I grew up with, like they were on TV shows and I was like, okay. I was like, it's a beautiful show.
That was me because I can't get you to watch Real Housewives of anything.
I would watch Atlanta again.
Yeah,
Reruns.
you haven't seen who's on it. Oh, I was going to say.
Reruns.
All right, I have one rant.
Not the character.
The funny thing is, I'm pretty sure I ranted about this before, but it happened again, so I'm going to rant one more time. I was getting on a plane today, and there's a little kid.
The travel episode, Rant with Sarah.
So there's a little kid who's with his parents, which is fine, and he's like just doing whatever he wants because he's a little kid, does what he wants. So we're getting in ready to get on the plane, and they're standing to the side, and he's like following somebody on, and I was like, I don't think he's supposed to do that. I'm pretty sure that's wrong. So then I go on, and then I hear his little feet running down behind me to get on the thing, and then so my thought was, there's your mom here. Does she know you're getting on a plane without her? Then she comes on the plane. Now there's 2 sets of families that are together. They traveled to Disney together. So it's the mom, 3 kids, and the dad, and then there's like the uncle, his wife, and a kid. So the family who gets on after me is a little boy who's doing whatever he wants. And again, this drives me insane. The mom's like, where do you want to sit? It's like, dude. And thankfully, I'm in front of them, right? So there's a whole line of people now behind them. And the little kid's like, I want to sit here. And she's like, okay. So they put their stuff up and they're doing stuff. He's like, I don't want to sit here anymore. I want to sit there. And the parent's like, we have to decide where we want to sit. I was like, pardon my language, if you don't sit your ass down right now, there's a whole line of people now. And so it took them forever to get on the plane.
But didn't she died at 99, right?
Oh.
Betty White?
They weren't.
Wow.
They were not, which was, yeah. So I was like, what's happening?
Were they Californians?
And so then what they...
Pretty much the same
yeah,
thing.
They're from Sacramento. So then
There
what
you
they
go.
said was, they told him, you see all these people in line? They're waiting for us to find our seats. I was like, sit your child down. There's a whole, I would like to leave. I'm number 21 to get on this plane. So they're like 25, 26, 27, 28. There's a whole 100-something people still trying to get on the plane, and they're trying to let their kid decide where they're going to sit. And I'm like, I am going to lose my mind.
So what I'm finding though is this has been 2 weeks in a row that you have a story about a lost child.
No.
So
The other one was a while ago. The San Francisco one. That was like
3 weeks ago.
a couple months ago.
Whoa.
That was a while ago.
Like January.
Yeah.
You know, it's only the 21st of February, right?
Feels like a
I had to
lifetime
check
ago.
the date because I still thought it was January. No, it was like, yeah, and she is fresh off the plane.
Oh. Ay, Dios mío.
Híjole. That's my character. Character acting.
Okay.
No, I just feel like you're getting her fresh off the plane on Fridays.
Yeah.
So bear with it. If you like travel stories, let us know. If you don't like travel stories, shut up
Yeah.
and just listen.
So I was really hoping, for some reason, I'm a middle seat magnet. If they say, hey guys, there's going to be empty seats on this plane, there's going to be this many, and I'm like, yes. And if a chick sits in the aisle, and I'm in the window, there's going to be somebody in the middle. So this is the one time today where they're like, guys, there's 10 empty seats on this plane. And I look up and I see empty row in front of me, empty row in front of me. And I'm like, we're good. There's still empty seats. There's like no one getting on the plane. Here comes the one guy. And the guy in the aisle next to me, I wouldn't want to sit next to him. His stuff's in the middle seat. He's got his phone there. He's got his drink. He's buckled up. He's like the most uninviting person. Even when he sat down, I thought, I actually don't want you in my row. You seem kind of like a douchebag.
But he's 1 seat away, so you're fine.
Right. But no, our little lone guy comes in. He sits right in the middle. I thought, what the? You passed an empty seat to sit here with Grump 1 and Grump 2. Like, why would you choose this?
That's just the way it is.
And then,
you attract that.
You know what happens?
You know what I attract? Failed waitresses.
Yeah.
Failed ones. Ones that could not hack it
People
as a
want
waitress.
really long conversations.
Career failed waitresses.
You
That's
know
the
what
way
it
I
was? You know what I think he saw? He sat down and he opened up a book. And I wanted to see the name of it, but it had a book cover on, which I thought, that's the nerdiest thing I've ever seen. I think he made his own book cover. But when he opened it, the print was really small. I couldn't see. But a lot of the pictures in the book, because there was pictures in this book, looked like dragons and monsters. And I almost said, he played D&D.
He probably reads the same books that Ariel reads. No?
But then I didn't want to start a conversation because why are we here?
Winged creatures that, yeah.
No, the wording was so small. I was like, how are you reading this? You must be young, because those are some young people eyes to read words like, and he didn't even turn the light on.
Do you have the glasses?
No. I don't know how he was reading. It was fantastic. Anyways.
Well, he's not going to be reading for long. His eyes are going to go bad.
The parents were actually my rant. I just didn't understand. I don't understand
Oh,
When you have a whole plane of people to get on and you asking your kid, where would you like to sit? Nobody cares. Nobody cares where they want to sit. They want to sit wherever you put them.
well, yeah, they do
end.
care, but they have no idea why
Yeah.
when it comes to kids. So I was like, no,
Because
you're going to sit there.
yeah.
You know why? Because you're the person that has to pee all the time.
Yeah.
Or no, you're going to sit there because you're super fidgety,
Yeah.
right? And I'm putting you behind a chair that's empty. Like, realistically, it's like, yes, adults know more than children. So be the adult and say, no,
This is
you're
where
going
we're
to sit there.
sitting.
Well, you always tell me no. It's like, because you make stupid decisions. Of course I tell you no. I mean, that's what
Yeah.
you're thinking. But I was like, no.
I just think, but then I was thinking too, maybe nobody ever asked me my opinion when I was a kid, you know? They were just like, this is what we're doing. And I don't think I asked my kids' opinion either. Even now, if we go on a ride together, I'm like, we're sitting here, you guys sit behind us.
Yeah.
They're like, I didn't ask you if you wanted to sit together.
No, but it's also, it's like, but if it, yeah, you got to look at it this way too. Is like, if I look at it as if my adult child pulls up in her car and said, hey, you're sitting in the back over here. I was like, cool.
Yeah.
You know why? They're driving. They paid for the trip. They paid for the gas. It's their car.
Yeah.
I'm getting in. You tell me where to sit. I'm not going to demand that I sit. I was like, well, I prefer to, unless I get nauseous or something, like something allergies or something weird. I was like, if you're driving and it's your car, you get to tell me where to sit.
Yeah.
It's really that simple. There's
I
no
agree.
choice in that.
Yeah.
I was like, CJ, sit on this side because
There's no space.
that person's shorter, so you have more space. But
Yeah.
you don't have to explain that. Just like sitting outside.
Sit
He's
on
like,
that side.
okay.
I know.
I was like, okay. Because he goes, hey, you're in charge of the car.
Right.
That's it. That's really it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's your thing. Like if I'm buying you tickets to a theater thing, and I was like, you know, like there's 10 tickets and I bought them all.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, you're sitting here, you're sitting here.
I
You know
prefer
why?
the aisle.
I was like,
International.
well, cool.
Yeah. Me too.
Well, when you buy your own tickets, sit in the aisle.
Take which one you want.
Totally fine.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, it was like, there's a reason why you sat people where you sat them.
Right.
So just sit there. Own it. Like somebody else did the work.
Right.
So, nah.
Yeah.
Like that kid did not pay for his own plane ticket. Nah.
And he
Guaranteed.
screamed as soon as the thing took off. And I thought, and you didn't pick your own seat?
Yeah, I just.
All right, what's your rant?
I have two.
Okay.
My first one was from, I've been waiting for this one. So, burgers.
Okay.
The concept of a burger.
Mm-hmm.
What is the concept?
Bun, meat, bun.
Yep. Delicious, right? The meat inside, juicy. The cheese, whatever you prefer.
Melty.
Melty, whatever. I mean, whatever. Some people prefer it not to be melted. That's totally fine too. It's insane. But it, you know, put all the stuff in the middle there, you know, like your tomato, all your sauces, and then you put what on the outside?
On the outside of your burger?
The bun.
Oh, yeah.
Why?
Keep everything together.
Yeah, you're not putting fingers in mustard.
Yeah.
Fingers in lettuce, all that kind of stuff. It's like the bun is like the holder.
Right.
So you can actually grab it. So you don't need a knife and a fork.
Yeah.
So who in the right effing mind decided let's put a shit ton of butter on your bun, on the outside of your bun?
Americans.
That makes no sense in the world because the whole purpose of the bun is to keep your hands to where you can hold it, eat it, and not be dripping. That's
They
literally
want
the
it
point.
To taste better.
No, but
for
that's
you.
literally the point,
I
right?
agree.
Now, hot wings, right? Wings,
Yeah.
they don't have a bun. Why?
True.
Because you're supposed to get dirty.
You're supposed to get
You're
messy.
supposed to get dirty. That's
Yeah.
just the way it is. If you order an open face steak sandwich,
Yeah.
it's served with a knife and a fork,
Right.
right? A burger is not because
True.
it has a bun. The bun is supposed to protect you from the greasy goodness that's inside the bun.
Yeah.
So when you slather that freaking butter on there or something greasy on there, you're pissing me off. You're pissing me off.
But did you eat the burger?
No. Well, I ate the burger, but I took a paper towel, wiped it, like held onto it. Then I had to wash my hands every like 3 bites. And I was like, it's insane. The burger is meant to be held.
Yeah.
Meant to be held. So give it the handles it deserves.
I agree.
If you give somebody anything with a handle, if you give somebody a baseball bat, do you put butter on the handle? No.
You want him to throw it.
If you want to give, yeah, maybe. Or drop it on yourself.
Right.
If you give somebody a pistol that you're supposed to hold, put butter on it. What is wrong with you? Because it makes it taste better or it glistens so it looks better. Shut up. I want a burger that I can actually pick up, put in my mouth, bite it off, and chew, enjoy.
Where was this burger from?
I don't remember. It's like happened twice. I think it was, I was Monsoon.
Oh.
And I love their burgers.
They put butter on their buns?
I don't know what it is. Maybe it's not butter.
Hmm.
Maybe it's like armpit sweat because they were working hard and they were running behind. I have no idea what was on there.
Keith said, I blame the dairy lobby. I agree. Same people who said drink a whole gallon of milk. Make it feel better. On the inside.
So you're blaming them for butter?
For promoting it.
For promoting butter.
I feel like wherever you had it from was like a nicer place because only like steakhouses and stuff put butter everywhere. Was it?
Yeah, but
I know where it was. It was Punch Bowl.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
And it was a chicken burger.
Yeah. It was Punch Bowl because I remember you were eating and you're like, what is this?
I was like, it doesn't even make sense. Like, where's this grease coming from?
Yeah, it was supposed to be like a healthier one because it was a grilled chicken.
Yeah, so it was like,
burger.
it's a grilled chicken, some tomato, some lettuce. It even had mayonnaise, which not my favorite thing on those sandwiches, but it was like, and they go there, and then here's a stick of butter. I'm like, I ordered a chicken sandwich because I didn't want,
But it made your picture
all
look
that dairy.
really nice.
Made what?
But it made your picture look real nice. You took a picture of
That's
it?
what I mean. But the picture only looks good before anybody touches it.
Yeah.
It's the only reason it looks good.
Yeah.
That's insane to me.
What's your other rant?
Oh, you don't have one?
I did mine. I said mine first. I didn't know you had to.
Well, now I have to switch gears. I'm all freaking.
Well, it's a rant. You're supposed to be fired up.
Pour me a shot, man. I need to calm down. I'm just kidding. I was like, could you pour me a shot? Let's pour shots.
I don't have your cup.
It's shot. You could say, hey, could you hand me your cup? Instead of say, I don't have your cup. I know you don't have my cup.
Well, you said pour me
My
a shot.
motions were in that direction. I was motioning.
Okay.
I like reading Miranda rights. I have a motion. Emotion. So yeah, I blame the dairy lobby. Well, in a sense, but I don't think there's a chef realistically, Keith, on that point. I don't think there's a chef at any restaurant that's going, you know what? We should really push the butter because we have so much butter. And the advertisements are all about dairy and butter and the big money. No, they're going, hey, this looks good in a freaking Instagram picture.
Yeah.
Put butter on it. That's all they're thinking.
True.
Like, turn the stupidity off.
You know where I almost went yesterday? Was Tulum. Remember Tulum?
No, what are you talking about?
So you remember the guy from...
It's like when you make a sweater?
No.
That's like, isn't that what you do?
I think it's to knit.
It's to loom, right?
You remember the guy from...
Hey, it's Mio!
What's it called? It's the Gordon Ramsay show. Next Level Chef. With face tattoos. Chris.
Oh, man, I follow that dude. He has like is it a
food
knife
truck.
for his sideburn?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that guy.
So remember he helped open a restaurant
right.
in Anaheim?
Yeah.
Called Tulum. Salud.
He goes live on his IG like twice a week.
I know.
I watch it.
Food truck's hard though because you have to like follow.
Sometimes they just eat food and
I
play
know.
games.
I know.
I'm like,
But I
love
almost
it.
went to that restaurant.
No, on their live.
I still want to go by myself.
I watch their live stream sometimes.
That's weird.
No, he's cool.
Wait, what's your other rant?
Okay, so it's gonna tie into my entertainment of the week, but okay, I'm getting older, right? I'm gonna turn 52 this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that the math? Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm a big fan of music. Big fan.
Mm-hmm.
Love live music. So when are we going to go, hey, you're too old to do?
To the musicians?
Yes.
I don't think that's a thing.
It's just, what are we doing? Like the first thing that kind of triggered it was we were watching on something, and then we saw the Broadway play Jersey Boys,
Oh yeah.
and he's still performing in
Mhm.
Vegas. And it was like he's not even performing.
Yeah.
He's standing there trying not to die in front of you.
Yeah.
While the track of him singing is playing in the back.
Yeah.
That's literally what's happening.
Right.
That we're talking like, if you've never heard of Weekend at Bernie's, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
But it's funny in the moment, but now we're living in this thing. So, I've been watching some celebration things that have been going on. When it comes to music, and because there's always Grammys and there's all these, I was like, put the current artists on. Even if an old guy like me goes, I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Who's that? And you have to look it up. I was like, that's the point.
Right.
That is literally the point. Right?
Yeah.
I was like, if you don't know who Hall & Oates is, you're probably not gonna.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, unless your parents like show it to you, you're probably not gonna. If you don't know who Simon and Garfunkel are, that your parents just were bad parents. Like, I was just like,
I don't know that some of our kids know who Simon and Garfunkel are.
I'm talking about my parents.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
let's just look at
okay.
it. And then with us going with our kids, it was like, if my kids don't even know who Bon Jovi is,
Yeah.
then I was not a good parent,
That's fair.
right? If they don't know who the Fugees are,
Yeah.
we weren't good parents,
That's fair.
right? But at what point do you go, you've got a hearing aid in,
Yeah.
you strolled on the stage, didn't stroll on stage, you were rolled on the stage
Yeah.
and handed a mic that you can't hold on to. And it was like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, who are you actually making money for at this point? You're
It's
not making
crazy,
money for you.
But it's crazy how many people still show up to
No,
those
I agree with
things.
that. I agree with that. Like, but I'm talking about the televised stuff. Like, I didn't buy a ticket to this.
Yeah.
Like, this is,
Who was it performed at the Grammys that were just sitting the whole time? There was someone, is that what brought it up? There was a performance at the Grammys or something that we watched later on. Or was it?
I think it was something Grammys. I think it was Grammys or.
And there was they just sat on the couch because they didn't have like the energy to get up and.
No, they had
do
like a
anything.
chair.
Yeah.
I mean, who was that? It was a lady, right?
Yeah, it was a lady.
She's been around for a minute. It
can't
was,
remember what
wasn't Joan Baez, was it? Somebody like that. Somebody in that era. Somebody who was like killer, like was like the anti-establishment person of the 60s and 70s.
Mhm.
Which totally get that. But you're not anti anything anymore.
Yeah.
You're anti-acid. That's all you are. Dios mío. But you really are. You're like, you wake up in the morning and you take nothing but medication just so you can survive.
Yeah.
Which is, I get that. But move on.
Yeah.
If it's for you, that's perfectly fine. Go out there and do that, but not on award shows. I'm trying to understand it. I'm trying to comprehend it as a guy who's even getting older.
Yeah.
Going, I would have loved to have seen Simon and Garfunkel 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Right? I'd have loved to have seen them, but I didn't. Okay, move on.
Right.
I would have loved to.
Yeah.
I would have loved to seen all these things.
Well, who was that old guy we saw at Aftershock? And you're like, yeah, I really want to see them because I've been a fan the whole time. And the guy was like 800 years old.
I know, and I go, let's just go get a pizza.
Yeah.
It was Dave Mustaine.
Yeah, sure.
It was Megadeth.
Megadeth.
Yeah.
That's like, I don't know the guy's name.
I mean, one of the most talented guitar riff gods of all time. But I was like,
he looked rough.
Well, he looked rough when he was 20.
Yeah.
But I was like, I should have saw him. I just didn't.
Yeah.
He never came to Montana.
Yeah.
He just didn't. Like, Megadeth never made it to Montana. Closest was Metallica made it to Billings, Montana. Megadeth just never did. I don't think Anthrax did either. I saw them, and then he looked rough. Lead singer of Anthrax, and he looked rough in the 80s too. Yeah, you do. You remember Anthrax.
I don't remember what his face
old
looks like.
Indian guy, Native American guy.
I think that's what I was thinking of.
Oh, with the stick in his hand?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were thinking of Anthrax.
Yeah.
So, I'm just saying,
Ooh, that's a good one.
move forward.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay to, if you're not performing at your top level,
Yeah. I
or at least the top. I want to say if you're performing at above 70 to 75%, if you're at that point, it's like, keep going.
Yeah.
But if you're like putting on like 30% of what you used to do, is like, don't be on award shows. Like we can pay homage to you
without your performance,
without you being wheeled on stage
Yeah.
and puppeteered around so that your, not foundation, but your, what do they call it? Whoever owns the rights to
Yeah.
actual music still makes money.
Right.
Because it's still like the 30 to 50-year-old people that are making money off of you.
Right.
Oh, that's who's like going, we got to get them out there because they sell tickets. I was like, well,
yeah.
If you still enjoy it, great. But it's like, don't parade people around like that. I was like, it's not just sad. It's like, I feel like it's abuse.
Elder abuse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Keith said, glad to have seen Soundgarden before Chris passed.
Agreed.
Did you see Soundgarden?
No.
Oh,
Never saw Soundgarden.
That's sad.
I didn't see Alice in Chains until Lane passed away. I saw him when they reformed in the 2000s with William. I was like, I saw them at the Moore Theater in Seattle, and I was like blown away. But never saw him with Lane Staley. So it was like, yeah, there's just certain.
Yeah.
Never saw Chris Cornell live. I just felt like it wasn't obtainable in my life.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you got to look like. They were huge in like late 80s, early 90s, right? And I graduated in 92 and was married and had a kid and a mortgage by 93.
Yeah.
So I'm like, when they were like doing this, I never saw Nirvana. I never saw Pearl Jam. I never saw Soundgarden. I never saw all them because they were all like huge and unobtainable.
Yeah.
Because I had a mortgage, car payment, opened my own business, a kid.
Yeah.
I was just like, my life was this big at that moment.
Yeah.
I couldn't even think about that.
He also said, saw Alice in Chains when they opened for Rush.
Yeah. See?
Yeah.
Wow. Rush. That's a hot take.
Not there.
I don't
Write it
like
down.
Rush.
Ah. Too late.
But to see Alice in Chains open for Rush, opening bands, I tell you right now, don't show up for the main event when it comes to
That's true.
concerts. Show up for the openers.
Yeah.
Some of the best concerts I've ever seen in my whole life were not the main event. Were not the headliner.
True.
Shinedown. Saw them 2:00 in the afternoon at a festival and went, who is this?
Yeah.
I mean, Seven Dust, they played at like 2:30. You know, it's just like, show up for those things.
Keith agrees with you.
The things that you will see, because the main event is usually people kind of on their way out.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even stay. I mean, there's another, before we get to hot takes,
Where's
I didn't stay for Metallica
Ooh.
when they played twice at Aftershock. You know why? I've seen them. Saw them in the 80s, in their prime, when things were crazy and awesome and new and fresh. That day was Sleep Token, Polyphia. I saw these new bands that was like, I am so into them.
Yeah.
I Prevail, I saw in the afternoon. In This Moment, I saw Bad Omens. Like, come on. There's so much great new music coming out. So that's still part of my rant. I was like, do not
You had a new rant.
sell. I didn't. I was like, old musicians on shows. That was my rant. But I was like, the new musicians, there's still great new musicians popping up every single day. I hate on some popular music, but I've always hated on pop music.
Yeah.
Since I was a kid. I wasn't into pop music. So, yeah.
You want an interesting did you know?
Woo.
Did you know that I went to high school with
Did you
Katy
know
Perry?
that
Wait, you
red
missed it.
velvet cake was just like chocolate?
It's my turn.
Insane.
Did you know I went to high school with Katy Perry?
Ew.
Different schools, but the same time period.
That's dumb.
Someone said it on a podcast I was doing. It made me laugh so loud. Dusty Slay said it. And I thought, that's hilarious to me.
Ay, Dios mío.
Oh, it made me laugh so hard. I was like, "You're an idiot." And
Really funny.
they really believed him. He's like, "Oh yeah, I went to high school with that guy." They're like, "Really?" He's like, same time, just different schools."
So funny.
I thought that's
Because I
genius.
was like looking at it, I was like, I'm sorry. But you live in California.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's when you say it, I'm like sitting there like, that's very possible.
Well, the funny thing is, she actually did go to school with my cousins. She did go to school in Santa Barbara.
No,
with,
okay.
like,
Because
Scott
I was
and
like, sitting in my brain, I was like, that's very highly
no.
possible.
She went to school in Goleta.
Because you're from like the Central Valley.
Yeah.
Was like people did come from the Central Valley, the coast, and then moved to LA.
It just made me laugh when he said it, and I thought,
That's
I
hilarious.
text it to myself so I remember to say it today because it made me
That's
laugh.
great.
I know. You can use it for anything.
Yeah, but you stole it from Dusty.
That's why I gave him credit.
You can't steal jokes.
I can't read. I mean,
Canceled.
I gave him credit.
Canceled.
Dusty Slay.
You're the next Roseanne Barr. Canceled.
That's fine. I mean, I'd be happy if someone canceled me. Ready for what's up in you? There's some things happening.
Oh, let's do it. What's up in you
Fresno
area? What's up in you?
There's a lot of Black History Month things. There's a Black History Month celebration at Full Circle.
You know February's Black History Month, right?
Yeah, I know.
I
But
just wanted you to know in
but
case you
usually
didn't know. I
Usually
need to
everything's at-
explain it to you.
Thank you.
You know you get February to celebrate being
Thank
black.
you. It's the only time
The
I
rest
get.
of your life, just
Don't do it.
sit down, shut up,
That's what I feel like
do
right
what
now.
you're told.
Usually it's like the first week of February. So at the end, I thought that's nice. And literally, when I looked up what's happening around other areas I normally check, Fresno's the only one who's still doing something. So,
Oh, that's nice.
so
I'm
they're
sure
doing.
LA is.
Sure. So they're doing a celebration at Full Circle and at the zoo. I thought, two different places, obviously.
What section of the zoo?
That'd be racist.
I just asked a question.
The entrance,
I said, what section of the zoo?
the lizard
Dang.
section.
Jeez.
Houston,
What's up in you?
they have a Pink Floyd laser spectacular.
Oh, I've been to a laser show. A Pink Floyd one.
Oh, there you go. Hey, same one.
Can't remember where it was. No, it was not in Texas.
And
No, but seriously,
it's
I've
probably
been
a
to one. It was
traveling
Pink Floyd's The Wall. I went to a
Yeah.
laser show in like a dome somewhere when I was
Tacoma.
a kid. I was a kid.
Oh.
So it was probably
Montana Dome,
doesn't say it had to be in Montana. I was like, could have been visiting my dad in like Colorado.
Colorado Dome.
Could have been Ohio, Kentucky.
yeah.
Could have been. I mean, yes, my home base was Montana, but I did go to other places.
All right, comedian Lunel.
Linnell.
She's
Lunel.
going to be in Houston
No, really? When? This weekend?
weekend.
Like, if you're in Houston, like, go see her.
All right, ready?
She's insane.
Olympia.
What's up in you?
This is going to sound really dumb because only I would want to go. They have a Philo Dough event. Philo Dough? Philo Dough.
Is it Philo or Philo?
I think it's Philo Dough. Don't know. A Philo Dough event. And so they show you all the things you can make with it. So you get to bake and like do all the things. And
What is that? What is it?
It's like the really thin puff pastry that you can use to like, you fold it and you can like make croissants. You can use it to make like
I've seen it.
Danishes.
British baking
baklava.
show. Like when you fold
Yeah.
it up and then it
Mhm.
makes like
The layers.
makes like a flaky, crusty dough. Like
correct.
you just said. I'm just repeating what you said.
Right.
Yeah. Hot
Yeah.
take. British baking
There's
show.
a
is
theing in
stupid.
Olympia this weekend. All right, Zach Grumman. Actually,
you
we'll
hear
go Seattle.
She just went by
I
that.
just ignored it.
Mm.
Seattle.
What's up in you?
They have a George Fest. And
Does
it's
that
all
mean-
about George Harrison.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. It's like his life, music, there's a whole
In
thing.
Seattle?
Mhm.
Is it at Mopop?
I don't know.
So how do we find this?
Google it. What do
Go
you
to
mean by that?
Seattle.com.
Google George Fest in Seattle.
I would assume it's at Mopop. That would make the most
I
sense.
don't know. I don't think so because it didn't pop up as Mopop. So I don't know. Anyways, last
Huh.
one. Sacramento.
What's up in you?
This is just for you and CJ if you guys want to find tickets on Sunday, like last minute tickets. You guys go see Tyler the Creator featuring Lil Yachty.
That'd be pretty dope.
There you go.
These
Sunday.
are not like they've been around
I
for
think it's Saturday
like
and Sunday.
over 10 years.
There you go. You know, you could probably find last
Well,
minute
Tyler's
tickets.
been around for a
if you
good
want.
15.
I don't know any other music. But you know what's funny? Bands in town has been telling me about Lil Yachty for like a good 6-7 months. And they're like, Lil Yachty's coming. I'm like, why do you keep telling me?
I know exactly why.
That's CJ.
CJ uses your Spotify.
I know. That's not because my band's in town.
No, but it's connected.
Mm,
All that stuff's connected.
Fine.
No, it just is.
but they're in town. You want to go? You know, you guys want to go have a bonding moment?
We have things. This is our weekend that we actually have things.
Okay. Never mind.
You know that, right?
All right. Ready to shout some stuff?
Sure. Let's shout. Shout out.
Woo! I have 2.
I don't know what it cut off
Well, I have 3.
by you pushing the button, but it could have said shh or out it or sh. Who knows? I have nothing.
Okay. I'll
I'm
go my
shouting
first one.
out
You can just reach.
No one. Do you know what I'm gonna do?
Scooter's gonna shout out himself.
I'm gonna do this with my hair.
He's been fixing up the studio again.
No, I haven't.
He bought a shelf for his little things.
Yeah. You want to see?
He got an
Anybody
ottoman.
want to see? Hold on.
Oh.
Look at it. See my little. I think you saw this on our last stream. I did it right before, but I got a little
He got a
shelf.
shelf.
Instead of putting all this stuff around, I moved some stuff to the side so I have more room over here.
He rearranged the whole
Sarah,
studio.
you can't see it, but she didn't even say thank you, but
I did say
it's
thank
totally
you.
fine. She used to have like a folding chair
Yeah.
off camera where she puts her like foot vibrator,
Yeah.
her blood pressure thing,
Her blood pressure monitor.
her blankie and all
Yeah.
that stuff. And I was like, okay, so I got rid of the folding chair and bought her a little ottoman with a little pad on it and some shelves on it. I was trying to make it very spacious and still cozy for you.
Yeah.
I really was.
I appreciate it.
I got some dry erase boards.
He did.
Yeah.
He
See?
got some
dry
controllers.
erase boards, some controllers so we can play some games.
Mm-hmm.
I've been really like trying to go, hey, this is our new era. 2025 is really the Sarah and Scooter year. Do you know what we're going to do? We're concentrating on our health.
Okay.
Mental health, emotional health.
Yeah.
Physical health. Financial health. You know, I put that last because I bought stuff for the studio, so I had to put that last. That's my, that was at the bottom of the list.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to work that up because before 2025, it wasn't even on the list.
Sure.
So this year it's just on
Yeah,
the
like
list.
what's a savings account? Why do we need one?
Yeah, I mean,
I want to go do stuff.
and crypto's taking a big hit.
Shocking. How's that savings account going?
It's down 15%. I have other things, but I was like, I do put some stuff in crypto because I feel like, hey, some of the craziest things in the world have made billions of dollars.
All right, that's my one shout out.
Sorry, I'm gonna give you your shout out. I'm gonna take a tinkle.
Okay, number 2. I can't vamp.
Number 2, I said tinkle.
Oh, that was number 1. You.
What?
Your tinkle.
My shout out?
You were my number 1 shout out.
You tried to shout me out last week. That's just dumb. After we get in a fight, you can't just give me a shout out and I feel better.
I wasn't giving you a shout out to make you feel better.
I'm over it.
Me too. Never mind. Take it off the list. My next shout out is Dusty Slay. So speaking of Dusty Slay, he was here last weekend and we didn't go. And but the funny thing is he actually toured in Fresno and Sacramento last weekend. And he was talking about his experiences in Fresno and how much he liked Clovis and like the things he went when he was there. And I was like, oh, it's so nice to hear like good things about the Central Valley because no one ever talked about the Central Valley. But then he said like nothing good about Sacramento, except for I think he had to like step over some homeless people to get to his venue. And I thought, that sounds right. But it also just made me so happy that he talked so nicely about Fresno and Clovis because it needs its little stars. And my other shout out is to parents. I don't know if we have looked at a calendar, but if you still have kids in school or if you're in college, I'm sorry. We're out of vacation days and holidays until spring break. So it is going to be a very, very long 30 to 45-ish days, if not more, of your kid being in school and homework and having to wake them up. But there are no breaks until spring break. Thankfully, CJ's is really early. His is like is it the first week? I think it's either the last week in March or like the first week in April. But he has like a super early spring break. But for the rest of you guys whose spring break is until like, Easter, like normal people, it's a very long gap before you get a break from your children.
Crap about me?
I was just saying how we've reached that point.
I didn't get a beer.
I'll get one. We've reached the point where where kids have no more breaks now until spring break.
Yeah.
And that how this stint right here, it hurts your feelings.
Yeah.
It's like when when you get to where like they used to give you Columbus Day off, and now they don't have that anymore. So then now it's like whatever that it's like September
Screw the
till
indigenous people.
Thanksgiving. Like there's no or Veterans Day. There's like
if you're
no
not
break.
celebrating Columbus, you're not getting the day off.
I know. Screw the indigenous
goes.
people. Don't click that.
Indigenous.
Hey, those are all my shout outs.
Oh, I didn't have any.
I know. You want to make one up?
I can make one up. I will give a little shout out. Well, I know that sounds demeaning. My shout out has to go to our son. Here's let me unpack it at the beginning, but I'm going to say it. No, I'm going to unpack it after I say it. The big part. We're less dicks to each other. All right, let me unpack that. There seems to be less. There's animosity for sure. There's disconnects. There's miscommunication, misunderstanding of people's intentions, and all those types of things, which is basically a relationship. But I have to say, the recovery period has been existentially smaller. We're talking like sometimes it's 15 minutes where we're just over it. So it's been 1 week since you looked at me. Is that a Bare Naked Lady song?
Yep. Called 1 week.
Yeah. When it doesn't last as long. It doesn't last long. I mean, especially I feel like, yeah, I'm gonna give myself a little shout out. Can't reach my shoulders. There we go. Stretch more.
That's insane.
Well, I'm a little sore, but that's fine. We're gonna get to that. I think I'm gonna give myself another shout out once
Nice.
I roll into that. The recovery time is a lot shorter.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's taking what is it called? He's taking my lead in that sense. And it's only because I'm being a better leader. So I want to put this back. Let's go retro to last week. We were talking about. There's a little disclaimer. How many people are even listening? There's a little disclaimer. Like sometimes I take a stance on something because it's good for content. Remember that, okay? Am I always a dick? Yes. But sometimes I do it for content and to spark a conversation. If you've listened, that's a whole intent for what we do. So not always do we take a hard stance on something. We've only, our last therapy session was 10 days ago. And I'm also going, we need to find another therapist. Like we just need to move forward and figure that out. But it's also one of those things of, I'm becoming manlier by being more patient and being less aggressive. And it's something that martial arts has taught me that I didn't listen to emotionally. I listened to it physically, and with altercations I listened to it, but it was like I didn't think about it emotionally. I was like, and it's not taking the higher road, it's taking a different road. It was like we always talk about if somebody takes the higher road, you're like, well, now you're better than me. What's wrong with you? Like you're a dick.
Yeah.
When somebody says, oh, I'm just going to take the high road, it's like, well, now you're a dick. Well, either take the high road or don't. If you say I'm taking the high road, you're a dick. It's just the way it is. So being more patient, and what patience could mean is still being as stern, all those kind of things. But having the conversation instead of having the barking session, telling somebody how you feel and then being okay with their response, even though you're not okay with it, you have to accept it and go, well, we need to work on some things. So the turnaround time has been really a lot quicker when it comes to him. So when I have to, even though I don't think he realizes it, that he is taking my lead when it comes to, all right, I don't need to be upset about this. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe that's a getting older kind of thing, or had a good nap. I don't care. All I know is I'm taking that road of like, this is not that big a deal. So, let's move on. We'll see what happens here in an hour.
Sure.
An hour, I'll check in on you, see where we're at. So I have to give a little bit of, I have to give flowers to a human being that's at least, even if he doesn't know he's trying, he's trying.
Yeah.
So my shout out is also for me. I actually have been working out consistently. Not like high level, but working out for a consistent, like almost 4 weeks.
True.
I took a few days off because we weren't even here or something. But yeah. And I feel good. I feel like, oh my God, I'm doing curls with 45s now.
What's your scale saying?
My scale's still, Sam, 235.
Okay.
I gained weight.
Surprising. Usually you drop it like it's
not
nothing.
when I do muscle stuff. I always gain. So I've been gaining like muscle a lot over the last 4 weeks. Like all my shirts are like I'm filling out the sleeves. I'm like, it's been a while since I've done that. Even this shirt, I was like, this used to be loose. Okay. And I have to give myself a shout out. I'm giving myself a shout out from Sarah. Sarah's giving me the shout out right now because she's like, she likes me with sexy arms.
Jerk, I've been trying to give you shout outs. You keep telling me no.
No, but you haven't taled about my arms.
I talked about you exercising last week. And you said that's not a shout
Can I
out.
just touch your arms? Like, oh, that'd be great.
I don't ask you. I just do it.
Yeah. No, I have to say, I was like, I do feel stronger, much stronger. Like the things that I'm, the weights that I'm lifting. And I was like, it doesn't take me much to get like back into strong mode.
Yeah.
And strong mode is almost there. Like the things that I'm lifting, I'm like, I'm glad we bought the weights that go up to 90 because I've already surpassed our 50s.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't, 50's not enough for anything that I do. So I just feel like I'm giving myself a shout out. I was like, hey man, I was doing curls today with 45s and doing sets of 12 each.
Nice.
45s. I'm an old man. I'm 51.
Yeah.
Like, pick up a 45-pound weight and curl it 12 times. That's one arm. One arm. Pretty dope. I felt cool. I was like, ooh. I didn't make a lot of noises, but I made enough noises to go, yes. And nobody's here. And I go, I guess I'll go have some more ginger tea. I'm walking like a nerd. I think I'll talk about my screenplay again. And oh yeah, I ordered some more D&D books, but I lifted heavy weights today. Dang it. It's literally what I did. That's my life. I'm very nerdy, but also it's been a mantra of mine for this last month. What have I said about my health and those kind of things? I want to see.
Continue. I don't know where you're going with this.
My grandchildren.
Oh,
God
yes.
sakes, do you actually
what are
listen?
you talking about? Yes.
I want to see my grandchildren graduate high school.
Yeah. Then he said, then he could die.
Yeah. And then I go, hold on. Maybe I can survive till they graduate college. And then I go, you know what? Or they just do something awesome and find their own career path. How about I just live long enough to where my grandchildren screw high school, screw college? Because I was like, that's boomer thought process. I'm thinking, what if I want to see my grandkids find their passion and go do their passion and be successful at their passion?
Yeah.
I was like, yes, that's what I want. I want to see them go, I'm going to do this. And I was like, yes. And then they go do it and they're established at it. They're doing it. Yes, that's what I want to see. So it started off as high school and college. It was like, we don't know what college is going to look like in 15 years.
Sure.
We have no idea. So who cares about that? Who cares about high school? It could be something completely different. So that's what I want to see my grandkids doing what they love to do and making a living at what they love to do. I want to stay alive long enough to see that. Then I'm good. Then I just die.
Jeez.
There's I mean, however, I don't know how many grandkids I'm going to have. Right now I have 4. So stop birthing kids so I don't have to live longer. God, they can.
Keith's rooting for you.
I'm going to have to live forever if my kids start to keep having kids.
So ridiculous.
I'm going to be older than Keith.
It's terrible.
I think he's my age.
I know.
Almost exactly, right? Chime in. I don't remember how old you are. I didn't know you were around my age.
You want to talk about some entertainment? I want to play a game. We're already at almost 10 o'clock. 9:30.
We started late.
Yeah.
Hey, this is...
I know. Keith said, hey now.
Hey now what?
Pretty sure you guys are the same age, Keith. He's calling you old, but I'm pretty sure...
Pipe in. What? You got to be at least 35.
At least.
Yeah, that's about what I am.
Yeah.
Mentally 16. No.
No.
Mentally, I'm pretty old. I feel like emotionally... No, not even emotionally, but spiritually, I think I'm still like 16, 17, 18. Like, the world is like, we just got to go do it.
Yeah.
So.
All right, what have you been watching, listening to? I have 3.
All right, entertainment of the week.
Anything in your box?
Hey, I don't ask what's in your box.
Yeah, you just read it.
No, I don't ask what's in your box.
All right, number 1.
You're a woman. Nobody should ask what's in your box.
The weird.
Híjole!
You have to have it come with a new one next week. So I've been listening to the show Nateland. It's on a podcast.
That sounds awful.
Why?
Oh, it's Bargatze.
It's Nate Bargatze. It's somebody
Dusty
named
Slade.
Aaron. It's somebody named Dusty Slay. And it's
Not somebody named Dusty Slade. We know who he is. We've watched
There's
it.
4 comedians
It's still
on there.
Dusty Slade.
But I don't know the other ones.
Well, you know, but you've seen Dusty Slade and you know who Nate is.
You know how long the show's been around?
Like 10 years.
Oh, I thought it was only 3.
3 years.
Anyways,
I just rounded up to the nearest 10.
so Scooter's determined that I don't like podcasts that are really like hard thinking.
Yeah, it's like smart funny.
Yeah.
Like if the joke's not in your face, that's not your thing.
But that's not true because what's his name? I find smart funny. Trevor Noah.
Okay, I was like, but he tells you the joke. Like
Not always.
No, he doesn't. It's not like you have to know something else to understand the joke. He doesn't just move on to something else. You get to know what he's talking about before he moves on to the next thing.
Yeah, I still feel like you have to be smart to understand what he's saying. He's very smart.
No, you
person.
have to. I mean, you could look it up. I think it's more of that.
But Nateland is not one of those shows that you have to be smart. But you do have to enjoy.
So you're saying I'm right?
No.
Because you enjoy that one.
I do.
So you're saying as a case study, you're saying that I'm right.
No.
But you're going to tell me I'm wrong.
Here's what I determined that I do like. I like accents.
Oh,
and
yeah, you did talk
as
about
long as it doesn't sound like me, I'm in it.
Yeah.
But it's like you recommended your mom's house, and I'm just like, they sound so much like me. I don't enjoy it. I don't
She's
enjoy
Canadian.
my own accent.
She's Canadian.
I don't care. She sounds
Totally
like she's
different.
from California.
Yeah, they were based out of California
Yeah.
before they went to Austin.
And I don't listen to anybody who has a Californian accent. Even Nateland, they're all from like the southern states. And so all of them have like a southern accent.
I thought he was Midwest.
Rigetti?
Yeah, no, not Nate, Dusty.
He's from Alabama.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I thought he was more Midwest.
Yeah, so I'm like, everyone that I listen to, as long as they don't sound like me, I'm in. But when people start sounding like they're from California, I'm like, ugh, I can't take our accent anymore.
California accent is rough.
I don't, but people from other places enjoy it. I don't enjoy our accent.
It's
I find
rough.
it really annoying.
Our experience is, her and I, is like, people in Ireland and Scotland like California accents.
Yeah.
Because they know you're not from United States. You're from California.
Right.
Like, we felt like it had to happen at least 6 or 7 times where people go, "You're from California?"
Yeah.
They're like, "Yeah." I was like, "We love California."
Yeah.
Like,
Keith said, fun fact, the California accent is called the newscaster accent. Maybe that's why. Do we all sound like friggin' newscasters?
I thought it was, I mean, California,
it.
I have to debate this with you.
Hot take.
This is kind of because California accent is where people get trained I feel like, to be a newscaster, and newscaster accent is grates on my effing nerves.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's a fake trained thing. I feel like the newscaster accent is more Midwest, personally, where people don't speak in a draw. They don't say like a lot. They don't say what's up. That, you know, all those kind of idiot. What are they called?
Idioms.
Idiots. They don't sound like idiots.
I think that's the right word.
They really don't. Like, they have a tendency to not have the draw out. But Californians, if you find anybody that depicts Californians in a movie or in TV or in comedy or anything like that, Californians don't talk like news people. They talk like this. What's up, bro? Yeah, man. It was like,
That's
I was just
annoying.
catching a wave, man. But that's the typecast, right? Yeah. I think the training is out of California in the colleges to be into production because it's the entertainment capital of the world,
right?
Next to like India, right? So yes, I can say it's trained in California, but I don't think it's like the Californian accent. I think if you talk to a Californian that's a news anchor and you talk to them not on job, they talk differently.
Yeah, that's fair.
They code. They're different.
It's a California accent is flat, undistinguished from regionalism.
Wrong.
And flat.
No, like we went, like, I have to say, from my experience, is very wrong, because when we went to Ireland and Scotland, they didn't ask if we were American. They asked if we were Californian.
It's true.
They always said Californian. They were like, yeah. I was like, they said we could tell by your accent. Yeah. Like, so
which is weird because you're not even from California.
I'm just telling you, it was like, this has been our experience in two different countries, right? I mean, no, they're both English speaking countries, but that's been my experience going out of California. People know a Californian accent. It's not flat. It has inflections that we don't even understand.
I was talking to Mariah the other day, and she ran into a Valley girl. And again, if you're not from California, I don't know it's the typical, if you watch a California movie about chicks in high school or college, like, oh my God, I can't believe this. And oh my gosh, Mariah's like, Mom, I wanted to just say, shut up.
Well, it's like, but there's a difference between like Sacramento, California, and then Southern California. And I feel like that's why when you talk about a Californian accent, I was like, that's California's too big. It's too big to have one accent.
Oh, I agree. Yeah,
that's what I'm. That's what I'm saying.
It's broken up into sections.
Yeah, I was like, Northern Californians sound like they're from Oregon,
or they sound like they have a Southern accent. Just like
no, they sound like they're from Oregon.
Odd.
Like they're like, you want some granola? Like they sound like
they
sound almost Canadian. They just do. The Southern Californians sound like, oh my God, do you have a head wound? Like, oh my God, what? I don't understand what's happening right here. It's like, this doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't know if I agree with what you're saying.
All I'm saying is I'm talking about the atypical, like, I'm going stereotype.
You're going tropey.
Yes, because tropes, it's like anything. Tropes come from fact.
Yeah.
There's a reason why things are tropes. And it's not just made up. Somebody can't just make up a trope, right? Tropes are a thing. Chicken and waffles. What would you say about that? Chicken and waffles.
Needs to be a good waffle.
It's a black thing.
Oh, I see where you're going.
Right? I mean, realistically, you're not going to go, oh, that's a Native American thing.
Yeah.
You're like, no. I was like, you're not going to go, oh, yeah, that's a Eastern Washington thing. I was like, no. You're like, oh, that's an Alabama. No. You're like, that's a black thing. That's
True.
a Southern black thing. But that's a trope, right? But it comes from some facts.
Right.
I mean, these all come from facts. So,
yeah,
you know, like maple syrup and hockey. What do you think of?
You?
Canadians.
Oh, yeah. You're dead.
Why?
Because someone told us we should.
No, because hockey was invented in Canada.
Yeah.
Invented in Canada. And they have the most maple trees of any other country in the world. So they made syrup out of it. So but other people, there's probably people down south that freaking love hockey and love maple syrup.
True.
So I'm just saying tropes come from facts.
All right, my next one. Which one I want to end with? We'll end with this one or this one. Do you want to end with Ed Sheeran or end with Halle Berry?
What are you talking about?
The entertainments.
Oh, I didn't even come up. I didn't even tell you mine.
I know, because you only had one.
Yeah.
I had more. Let me do one more. Okay. So yesterday I watched I was on Instagram and Ed Sheeran had reposted a song called F64.
Boring.
It's not. So it was a tribute song to his like best friend that had passed away. And so I watched the documentary yesterday and Scooter didn't like. He's like, I already know all this stuff. And I was like, there's no way
don't
you know all these things about Ed Sheeran. But it was a really good documentary. And I'm just in a point where...
At a point.
No, I'm in a point.
You're in a point?
Yeah.
I'm in
this point.
At the tip?
Yeah.
Just the tip?
It's the emotional tip of...
So you're not having real sex, it's just the tip? ¡Eh, Dios mío!
Never mind. Just watch the documentary.
Oh boy.
It was a good documentary. And it made me sad, made me cry a lot. I recommend it to Scooter and Mariah. I don't think either of them watched it.
Well, I mean, here's why we didn't watch it. You told us last night.
Yeah.
Right. It's 2 hours. It's 4 episodes over 30 minutes each.
Yeah.
So you wanted me to watch it before now. I was like,
You stay up till 4 a.m.
I watched 70% of the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I feel kind of tired. So I watched, I think it was funny dog videos for a while and watched some music videos for a while. And then I went to bed. Okay. I was like,
You know what I've learned is that if we recommend documentaries to each other, we're not going to watch them.
But if we watch them together, I will finish the Ed Sheeran one because I love Ed Sheeran. All of his music's not my favorite, but 30% of it's my favorite. I mean, I got to say 30% of his stuff I really, 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 really like.
So I'm going to recommend it to you guys. It's on Disney Plus.
And I've only watched the first, like I said, like 20 minutes of the first episode. It's with his wife.
Yeah.
And they were talking about the pregnancy and doing all this stuff. And I was like, I kind of already, and that's why I was like, I kind of already know all this stuff because he met her like, 2019?
Well, no, they went to high school together.
Yeah, but they got back together in like 2019, 2020.
Yeah.
Right? And they met when he was helping her move her apartment or something like, I was like, oh, I heard this stuff. I was like, but I kind of already knew it in a sense. It's like, kind of already knew-ish, like what was going on. And they got 2 kids. And I was like, yeah, I know that. And I was like, so I'm saying, I was like, oh, it's a good like baseline if you don't know anything about Ed Sheeran. But I live with Sarah. I know a lot of information about Ed Sheeran. So it's not like it was like news to me. I've never seen her face. Let's be real. So it's like, oh, she's cute.
Do you know? Okay, and I'll tell you this because...
And she's cute and what I want to say, normal.
She is normal. Do you know why they did the documentary? Because he's a very private person and normally he wouldn't. He would.
Because he called you and said, you know why I did this documentary?
No, he says it on the thing.
Yeah.
Well, she does.
Uh-huh. You know
so
why
she
I
got
did this,
cancer.
Sarah?
And she said, life's too friggin' short. And I think we should do this documentary. Because they did it back in like 2022. And so that was like after they had found out that she had got cancer. Yeah.
That was 23. But
no, they started recording in 22. That's when his friend died.
You had a friend?
Yeah, which is even... The whole thing, it's just very sad. Anyways, I'm glad I didn't watch it with you because I cried the entire time.
But if you watch it with me, you wouldn't have cried.
Exactly. So I said I'm glad I didn't watch it with you.
I need to be a shell of a human with my husband, but alone I can cry.
Yeah.
Again, we went to therapy, 10 days ago. We need more.
Okay.
To take away your testosterone.
I don't have any.
I think you have more than I do.
What's your entertainment?
No, it's like, no. I'm bantering, babe. It was like, the Ed Sheeran thing, I'm going to complete it. Because he's an interesting dude. I like the guy. I don't know who she is, but I was like, I like him. Um, because he's just a regular dude that could rap better than freaking most Black American artists. Let's be real. I just put that out there. I did. Like, he can rap very well.
And it was nice because it wasn't just about him, which was cool. They talked a lot about the guy Jamal and what he actually did for like the music industry in London at the time.
His friend?
Hmm.
See, I the last part I saw, they were on the carriage ride and thing, and they were talking about stuff, and I was like, oh, this is really sweet. But I was like, okay, I feel tired. I was like, I'm not listening.
Yeah.
So it was like, I moved on.
Yeah.
I was like, so you take it differently than I present it. I present it in humor, but I'm going, this guy interests me. He's always interested me.
Yeah.
Since the day you showed him to me, like, God, 15 years ago. I think you sent me a video.
Whenever we first met.
Yeah, when we first met, you sent me a video of
Yeah.
him on like some random radio thing, and I'm like,
That was the guy's thing. That was SBTV.
that's a guy that died?
Yeah.
Okay, I have a problem now. Now
Yeah.
I'm gonna cry because I know who that guy is.
Yeah.
He's the guy who had like a YouTube channel before YouTube.
Yes.
Like he
Correct.
had like a video channel
Yes.
before it was a thing
Yes.
in the UK.
That was the guy who believed he could be more.
Oh,
and so
dang,
as
bro.
soon as
Okay,
as soon as
so-
they met,
All
they-
right.
he moved.
Spoilers.
Spoiler. He moved in with him, and they're like, people thought they were like a couple, and he's
Oh,
like,
I'm sure.
no, we're just best friends.
No,
But
I'm
yeah,
sure.
that was the guy.
That happened to me and my buddy Brian a lot. Like they thought we were dating, and I was like Brian's like if you, I'm not gonna give his last name, but if you know my history, Brian was like the most like homophobic human being I've ever met in my life. Well, I wouldn't say that. There's way more, but at the time, I was like, and I'd roll with the joke, and he'd get pissed. So I was like,
Yeah.
but it's a good joke.
Really good documentary. I really enjoyed it.
I did not know that part.
Yeah.
So I was like, now you just spoiled it. No, I'm not going to watch it. I'm just going to cry in a corner.
I mean, I tried to get through the first one. I was like, oh yeah, this is sad. The second one, I was like, I'm bawling like a baby, and it's just
because he's basically, I mean, historically, he made him do it. He's like, you're better than you think you
Yeah.
are, Ed. Like, you're not a quirky, I mean, yes, you are a quirky little kid that talks too much in class, you know, thinks you can rap in class as a 10-year-old or whatever, like as a small kid. But
Yeah.
it was like, but you're actually really good. So he's like, I want to put him on my show.
really, really
All right.
good.
So,
That's all
all
I
right.
got.
So this is now sponsored by Ed Sheeran.
Shh.
No.
But it's also really cute to like. So he has a bar in like Suffolk, and
No,
A
you
pub.
sent me a message.
he had a pub. That's what I said. And
That's
you're
what I
like,
was like,
what does that mean?
Who's he? And I know what a pub is, but he had a pub.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm watching the Ed Sheeran. I was like, oh, what happened to his pub? It was like, no, he has one now. It's like,
Yeah.
but you said had. Like, what happened to his pub?
So it's really cute because so he has a pub in Suffolk, and so he'll still go to the pub and like he'll run it some days because he knows everyone there. And his favorite thing is like, this is my home. So no, everyone just treats me like I live here. Like,
You're
everyone's
just
fine.
stupid little middle school kid
Yeah.
that talks too
So
much.
he'll still go and like do performances in town, and then just be
Yeah.
like, thanks guys, and then just leave. And I was like, that's
Those
so
are my
cool.
favorite things about small communities in like, if you're not that famous, like
Yeah.
you're not God.
Yeah.
Like you can sing and you have some popular songs. That's what they think.
Yeah.
I was like, good for you. Can you still give me my beer?
Right.
Like I'm not here to listen to you sing. I'm here to get a pint.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's so much, and I feel like that was our experience. Like everybody's, no matter who you are, is like they're all at one level when you go into a pub.
True.
In like, we only did Ireland and Scotland, but I was like, when you go into the pub, it's like everybody's here. Like I don't give a f who you are. You stand in line like everybody else.
Yeah.
And yeah.
All right. What's your entertainment? Before I do my last one.
Mine was I've been watching it. This also came off with my rant because the old musicians on shows. SNL 50. They had a big celebratory, multiple things that are going on this week. So it's very inspirational. So I have to say is like if you've been alive for the last 50 years, which we all have. You've been alive for the last, not for the, within the last 50 years.
I was like, I'm not that old.
Apologies. Sorry. He had a pub. Sorry, I said it wrong. He's Grace, a little bit of Grace.
Who's that?
What? Just a little bit. So it's very inspirational if you're part of any sort of comedy, music, art, performance, writing. It's very inspirational to watch any of it. I would encourage to watch all of it. There's like 3 different things. There's a documentary. There's the music celebration. Jeez. And plus there's the whatever it was, they had an actual like 2-hour actual episode.
Like a special.
Yeah. Really good. All of it was good. But it's also one of those things like there was only like 5 or 6 highlights that really like, wow. I feel like it's one of those things that you watch and go, I was there for that. Like I experienced that firsthand when I first saw that or I heard that.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you're going to be alive today and live within the last 50 years and not have heard or been influenced or laughed at something that came from Saturday Night Live. You just can't. Something made you laugh that came from that show. Just facts.
Yeah.
Cowbell, pump you up. Like living in a van down by the river. Like these are all things that were made up by nerdy ass writers sitting in a back corner with some upcoming comedians that didn't even know if they were ever going to make it or ever going to make a living.
Right.
All of these people, that's where they were. So if that's not inspirational, like some of the top comedians on the planet right now that are worth, some of them are worth more than $1 billion, started going, I'm hungry. I think I'm funny. Let's give it a shot.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's where I think it sets this country and the opportunities in this community of entertainers that is bar none surpasses anywhere else in the world. So that's kind of my inspirational thing. It was like watching that going, I remember that. I was like, I didn't even know that came from there. I was like, oh my God, I didn't even know. I mean, Nirvana wouldn't be Nirvana without SNL. Hot take, maybe. But they wouldn't be. Like so many, Adele would not be Adele without SNL. It's just the facts. There was some random person that they was like, wow, she can really sing. They booked her for Saturday Night Live. Mm. And she even said, she goes, it literally was overnight. By the time I flew from New York and got home, I went from bottom of the chart to top. By the time I landed, I was top of the charts. And all I did was go do like 2 songs on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
It was a place where people took crazy risks with bands. And like most of them popped off. Like you wouldn't have those. Jack White wouldn't be who he is today without Saturday Night Live. I was like, it's cool to see those kind of things. So, and they were just a show in 1975 that was like, we don't know if we're going to cancel next week.
Right. And
that happened for 20 years. They're like, it might be canceled. I don't know. Keep going. And now we have this. And I think that's what and I feel like that's why I kind of roll back to the, kind of that rant or whatever. It's like, these new people are funny. These new musicians are great. Stop rehashing the old crap and move forward.
Yeah.
Like, stop harshing on like the new stuff and go, they're saying some funny crap. They're making some great sounds. Like, stop being a hater and freaking just open up your freaking brain.
Freaking.
So,
yeah. Keith said, watch them all. A legacy this long and rare needs to be celebrated.
Yes, except for the music night. There was only like 3 highlights. The rest of it, why are we putting all these old people on stage, man? I was like, I don't need to see Cher again.
What?
Literally Cher, Bonnie Raitt.
Jeez.
No, I'm done. I'm okay without seeing Bonnie Raitt. I mean, there was a few highlights on there. There was a few highlights like Nirvana with Post Malone. Amazing. And the smiles that were on the faces of the original members of Nirvana was, you cannot get that, right? Just like those things were amazing.
Yeah.
But I was like, what are we doing? Like, I guess it's nostalgic, but there's so much more good music that's been on Saturday Night Live within the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Why are we rehashing something from the 90s, the 80s? I'm like,
So throwback. If you listen to an episode of Nateland, Nate Bargatze talks about everything that happened backstage during that week and all the people he like hung out with and like the good, really cute
which
stories.
is insane, probably.
There's something you should listen to. You probably enjoy it.
Because
there's no
it's
video,
insane.
but yeah.
And it's all duct tape and mirrors. Like,
well, he doesn't do that part. He's more about like who they hung out with, the parties that were happening, the things that he got invited to, the things he didn't get invited to. It was just cute.
Because I saw him in the crowd, and I was like, they did see. I mean, he has.
Because he was on SNL.
Well, yeah, he's a comedian.
Yeah.
He wasn't a cast though. He was just. I think he hosted.
You sure?
No. There's only a few people I actually know. Like Shane Gillis was fired before he was hired.
That's right.
Kevin Hart never made it. He did a tryout, never made it. You know, there's that. I love those kind of things. Like, it's kind of like, I feel like there's a current generation of not just performers, but like people that are trying to make it in business and trying to make it in life, and they hit a no, and then they crumble and quit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, everybody you look up to has heard 1,000 no's.
True.
And you're being a pussy about the first one.
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine?
Yeah.
I would have never had sex in my whole life.
Jeez.
If the first person that said no, and I was like, well, I'm just not going to have sex ever.
All right, you ready for some hot takes?
Could you imagine? I gotta pee again.
Really running out of people. What are we doing?
I'm going to pee.
You can't pee.
I have to pee.
What are we supposed to do till then? Everyone's going to go to sleep.
You don't like hanging out with me? Is that what you're saying?
No, I said they're all going to go to sleep.
Who's they?
I don't know.
There's
Whoever's
nobody in
left
there. It's us.
I think Keith was in there, but I think
Well, they'll watch it in VOD or something.
So you just want me to sit here and have people stare at me until you come back?
I was like, I could have been back by now, but you want to vamp a little bit more?
Well, who else am I going to vamp with?
I would have been back by now.
All right, just go.
Just, do you know what? Oh, how do you make pickles?
It's fine. I'll talk about a wildly inappropriate topic that I listened to on the radio today. So, Halle Berry was on the Trevor Noah show. And she was talking about perimenopause. And I actually found it really interesting because I'm old. I'm not that old, but apparently, the things they don't teach you, right? And at any point in life, even like going to a doctor as a female, is that like perimenopause starts at like 35 to basically whenever you hit menopause, which sounds insane. But anyway, she was talking about like her experience with everything that happened and some crazy things that happened to her and things that I would never want to experience. But anyways, she was trying to say how important it is for not just like women to have the conversations with each other, because not a lot of women do that. Have a conversation with their doctor, which again, not a lot of women do, but also to be able to have a conversation with their partner. Because she's like, you have to think about it. Guys, you either have a wife, you've had a wife, you have a mom, might have a sister. So like being able to have the conversation because it's just normal and our bodies are always breaking down and it's not going to like reverse itself because we don't talk about it. And her big push right now is like health advocacy and wanting to have more like education around the conversation. But yeah, she has a crazy story in that podcast. And you should definitely listen to it. And the things that exist, she talks about hormone replacement therapy and about how like you have to do your own research to see if it's like good for you. And also like this, anyways, listen to the podcast, Trevor Noah, Halle Berry. There's a video version if you want it, but it was really, really good. Really good conversation. Me and Scooter are going to talk about it later.
I know. You love Trevor Noah. You love Ed Sheeran.
I do like Trevor Noah. Well, and Christina Mbakwe Medina,
Yeah.
which you love also.
Yeah, she's pretty hot.
All right. Do you want a hot take or you want to change my mind a couple rounds?
No, there's something about that human being. Like her life is utter chaos.
Yeah.
She's pretty awesome about it.
She is awesome.
Her husband's super cool. Like, yeah, it's pretty cool. At least social media wise. But I feel like their social media is they expose like today was total shit. Like, this is my kid running around being crazy. I'm trying to leave. I have a big meeting. This one's throwing up. It was like, and my husband's trying to feed the third one. Right? I was like, that's their social media.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right. And then you see their produced show and I'm like, she's pretty dope.
Yeah.
So what are we doing?
You want to change your mind or hot take? Like hot take, people need to be there.
Change your mind or hot? What?
You want to play like a couple cards from Change My Mind?
Oh.
Let's do that. Bonus round.
All right.
Here we go. Almost.
Here we go.
Almost.
We're gonna do this. Do this. That's me.
Oh, yeah.
Burn, burn, burn,
So can I
burn.
just break it right now?
Burn,
Just
burn,
pull some
burn,
cards
burn,
and see how it
burn, 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 burn. Yeah,
Oh.
I set them in there the right way.
But they split for a reason?
Yeah, because some of them had exclamation points, and then you get all offended by them.
Which ones have exclamation points?
The ones that have exclamation points on them. Just look at one, and you'll know. There you go.
I see it. All right.
All right. So, all right, we're gonna do this. But how are we playing this? Can you move your stuff?
Yeah, well done.
I mean, I cleaned my whole side. You have something already.
So here's what I think we should do since there's just two of us.
Scooter's gonna win.
I think what we should do is you're going to read the card. If it's your card, you're going to read it.
Oop.
And then we're just going to write down the order that we think it should go in. Because that's what it is, right?
Yeah.
First to last. But instead of using the tokens, we'll just write down A, B, C, D, E.
Okay. Oh, on our dry erase?
Yeah.
Oh, I like my name being up there.
Well, dude.
Good thing I have these erasers.
Okay, go ahead. You go first.
What are we doing?
Pick a card. Is
Oop.
it the blue side or the black side? All right, I'm going blue.
That's not how it works, but hey, it's working. You're
The black
insane.
side?
Do you even know how erasers work?
No,
At all.
it's fine. It worked.
All right, so what do I do with this?
You're
card?
going to read the card, and
Oh,
then you're going to tell us.
Oh, we'll do it this way. Yeah. Yeah.
And then I'm going to guess your order, and you're going to put your order in.
All right.
Then I'll tell you why you're wrong.
There it is. The
Okay.
card says, worst sense to lose.
Ooh, okay.
A, sight. B, touch. C, hearing. D, smell. Sounds like a rap name. E, taste. I want that too. This is DJ D, smell
Okay. Sorry, put the card down.
with E, taste. Sorry. Okay. A, sight. B, touch. C, hearing. D, smell. E, taste. I'm going to put
Okay. So I can see it because I'm blind.
it. Just look.
Hearing. I can't read it. I can't see that well. That doesn't help me. Okay. Sight, touch, hearing,
Oh.
smell, taste.
Worst sense to lose.
So A, the top one's, so it's
the
one,
worst.
best to worst.
Top one's the worst.
Wait, worst to lose.
Yeah, you don't want to lose this.
Okay.
I want this. That's my top one.
Okay. This is really harder than I thought it would be. I feel like you don't really care about this one, so I'll put that one down there. Maybe that one. Okay, I'm done. Why? Why is there crazy noises coming from your face? Did you see my board? Did you cheat?
No.
Hey.
Oh my God.
You got this. I believe in you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pour some more whiskey.
I'm moving stuff around.
I showed my answers. Don't cheat.
All right. All right.
It's a long time.
All right. Got it. Well, I
Whiskey.
had to move it around. Yeah. Whiskey's my favorite.
All right. So
Whiskey makes me frisky.
I think the first one, your
that
worst,
I do not want to get rid of,
is C.
Correct.
Hearing. The second one I put B.
Which is what?
Touch.
Correct.
The third one was a guess. I put A.
That is correct.
Sight. And then I put taste. E.
Incorrect.
Shoot, I mixed E and D.
Yeah.
Darn.
Because I feel like they go together. I feel like D and E, D and E were swappable, smell and taste. Actually, I'm okay with losing my smell, but if I lose my smell, I lose my taste. So it was like they were interchangeable to me.
That's why I put E first, because I know that if you would be sad if you couldn't taste beer.
I'm okay with not tasting things. I do like the sense of smell, because smell, I have sensed danger using my smell.
But I also feel like you would rather be able to taste beer than smell a fart. So I thought you probably wouldn't care to lose your sense of. Oh.
Yeah, that's true. But no, the first ones was like, oh, I had to switch it around, because first I had, I think sight was my first for a minute, and then I go, hold on.
Yeah, I know.
Hold on.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, I can't see music.
I know.
But I can feel it, and that's by hearing it.
Mm-hmm.
Bunch about. So,
all right, my turn.
I like the tokens better.
We'll get the tokens. I like writing it.
But I just like the tokens. Like, I'm sure this went through like game testing with Josh, where you could write it down. But I was like, what if I need to move it? Because I had to rewrite it like 3 times.
Oh, I didn't.
Well,
A, C,
okay,
D.
it's taking forever. Can we move on? Just read the card. We'll stick with this.
B.
Like, this is dead air.
E.
You know this is dead air, right?
There. I gave you all your tokens. Okay.
I'm over it. And I have to. I'm over it.
Burnt. Oh, sorry. Worst
Jesus.
smell. A. Burnt hair. It's nostalgic right there. B. My farts. That's what it says. C.
Your farts?
My farts.
Or my farts.
My farts.
Your farts.
C. New York trash in the summer. D. Month-old socks. E. Porta potty. This is Burning Man. I'm going to say Aftershock. I'm going to say general porta potty at Aftershock.
Music festival.
Yeah. They're not VIP
that's all
toilets. That's all 5. So A is burnt hair. B is my farts. C is summer trash in the summer. What did I say? New York trash in the summer. D is month-old socks. E is porta potty at a music festival.
What was A?
Burnt hair.
What was B?
B is my farts. My farts smell like freaking unicorns and gumdrops.
Unicorns are scary. Have you seen the A24 movie?
Yeah, I don't want to watch it.
So what was C?
C is New York trash in the summer.
All right, I'm done.
See, it's easier when you're not reading it. Okay. I think this should go here. I
win.
That
I win.
goes here. I'm gonna put that here, and then I'm gonna maybe not.
I win.
I just feel like, what have I eaten to determine how smelly my farts are? That's the question.
I win.
Really is the question. And then who sucks?
I win.
Okay, I'm ready. Oh wait, no, I lied. Is that right?
I win. I'm winning.
Let me fix that. This is the worst smell. Okay. What's your first one?
What do you mean?
What's my worst smell?
E.
Yes.
Which is what? What's E?
Oh, sorry. E is porta potty at Burning Man.
Yeah.
Agreed. Next.
D.
No.
What's D?
D is month-old socks.
That's awful. Awful. I hate them.
That's yours, not mine. I put New York trash in the summer.
Because you've been in New York how many times?
0.
You have no idea what it smells like.
I know what trash smells like.
Not
I
in the
know what
summer.
hot trash smells like.
Not in the summer in New York.
I know what our garbage can smells
Yeah,
like.
but we don't have sewer
times
systems, so you
100.
have no idea.
Anyways, I put C.
You could be like you might like the smell of methane.
I put C. Number 3.
D. And D is 2.
Wait, so I put B as number
What is
3.
happening?
I put my fart.
This went so smoothly when I did this. Why is this so chaotic when you do it?
Okay, wait. So I put porta potty, New York trash.
I'm doing letters. I didn't write out the stuff afterwards because you're reading the card.
Are you ready?
I don't have the card.
I put porta potty E.
Okay.
E porta potty.
Porta potty.
And then I put C, New York trash.
I put D.
Okay. Then I
Socks,
put
right?
B. Yeah. Then I put B, my farts.
No.
Then I put
I
D.
put C. Your hosting is
So
something
what
else.
we're saying is you're wrong. Well, what was A? What was your last one? A.
B.
You put my farts as the best smelling thing?
Out of all those things, yes.
Where'd you put burnt hair?
A. What's A?
A.
Second to the last.
Ah, that's like the easiest one.
Burnt hair doesn't bother me actually.
That's why I put as the bottom one.
But your farts like it's a fart.
Yeah.
No, I was like, I don't like fart. How do I say? I don't mind the smell of farts. What I hate about farts is when they're aggressively pushed upon me. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I just know sometimes depending on what you're eating, farts can be rough.
Yeah, but when you fart, I was like, you fart.
Yeah.
I was like, that's fine. But if somebody farts because they think it's funny,
Yeah.
then
don't
I
find
have a
that
problem
funny.
with it. So
Yeah.
the smell of farts doesn't bother me. It's the aggression behind the fart. It's kind of like, I don't blame the gun, but you killed someone. I don't blame the fart, but why are you aiming your ass in my face to fart at me?
Yeah.
Now I have a problem.
All right. One more card.
That's where I'm at.
Do this. Oh, you went longs. Let's go.
Huh?
It's you.
What do I do?
Pick a card.
Oh. I'm a damn good host. The question is, worst place to have a loud argument?
Okay.
A, rickety bridge. B, a rave on shrooms.
Are you arguing if you're on shrooms?
You have no idea. So is that a real question?
Next.
Yes, you're always arguing
Okay.
on shrooms. C, covert ops mission.
Ooh.
D, General Assembly of the United Nations. E, HR meeting.
Worst place to get into an argument.
Worst. I'm winning.
Okay.
Oops. Be my eraser.
Me too.
Yes. Oops.
I gotta think like Scooter though, because he's a weird one.
I'm not a weird one.
He's a wild one.
No, I'm not.
He's a wild one. United Nations is random.
Not really.
Yes. Okay, this is my guess. I think this is the same guess I had last time, I'll be honest. I'm ready. Get together, man.
I'm done.
Kidding. All right, you ready?
Yep. What's the worst place you said? Don't give me a letter. Just say the actual thing.
But I don't know the thing. Because I just erased it. Okay, ready. The first place I said was Covert Ops. C.
C. Covert ops is the worst
Yes.
place. Facts. That's just facts. That should not be an opinion.
I
That's
agree.
facts.
Then I said B. You took the card away, so I don't know what it is. B.
Rave on shrooms.
Yes, because I feel like there's no winning.
Yeah, you're not going to enjoy the high, man.
Yeah.
Just enjoy it.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Then I said E.
Ooh. I went to A.
HR? No.
A is rickety bridge.
Rickety Bridge.
Because you don't know, like, if you're having a loud argument, the rickety bridge.
You think the bridge is going to break?
Yeah. Like vibrations. And I was just like
That's the easiest
we're going
one.
to fall off.
Out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. And somebody's dead.
Eh.
Like, it said worst place. So you obviously don't care if I'm dead. You literally just said you don't care if I die on a rickety bridge because we're having an argument.
We'll die together.
Why? Because you're jumping in after me?
Yeah,
Trying to save me? We both drown?
We're on the two opposite sides of the bridge.
No, we're not on. Who? This is not like.
This is what I'm saying.
not
If
like the
you fall
gauntlet.
in, I fall in. We're on the bridge.
Yeah, but it was like we're arguing on the bridge.
Right.
You obviously punched me, and I fell off the bridge. It broke the bridge, and you're holding on for dear life.
Whatever. Okay. No. Okay. So we're not
You
agreeing.
survived.
You said E's number 3. I mean, you
With
said
no
A's
guilt.
number 3. So, okay. Then my next one is D.
Yeah, same. I had General Assembly. Everybody argues there.
Correct. So then my last one was A, but you said it was E.
Yeah, E.
That's not too bad.
HR meeting is like everybody argues at an HR meeting, and everybody argues at a General Assembly of the United Nations. They always argue.
I've never heard an argument at HR meeting.
What? They always do.
No, I mean I worked for the state, so no one gave an F.
You were obviously HR.
I was HR.
Like I said.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
You didn't hear the arguments
My
because
last
you were
one.
HR.
True.
The arguments actually happen, but you can't let the HR person hear what you're arguing
I
about.
wasn't even real HR.
So
the
it's
state.
quieter.
No
Like
one
I was saying,
cares.
it's not loud.
Maybe. All right, ready?
I thought that was the last one.
Mm-mm.
These get
That was your
risque,
last one.
by the way.
I know. I was trying to pull one, but it was like real risque. So
Yeah.
I was like,
So we're gonna play that on our go to patreon.com/Sarah Scooter. Start with an A and an H. And also no ampersand, spell out the word N.
it's not awful.
Okay, stop plucking through cards.
Sorry.
Stop. You ruin games when you pluck through
Okay,
cards.
okay. Ready? Worst place to fight. A. MMA gym. B. Glass museum.
Mm.
C. Home Depot. D. Prison. E. Foreign country.
Oh, dang. I don't know what to say now. What was
A. Okay. You want me to it there?
Yes, please.
All right. A is MMA gym. We're looking for the worst places
Yes.
to fight. Okay. B. Glass museum. C. Home Depot. D. Prison. E. Foreign country.
Got it.
All right, me too.
I win.
Okay, you ready?
I win.
You can't win. You can only win if you match me.
I'm winning.
All right. What is the worst place to fight?
B.
Glass museum.
Yes.
I put foreign country.
That was my next one.
Okay. Oh, we swapped those. I had foreign country and then
No,
glass
those are
museum.
very swappable.
Yeah.
Beanie, like Glass Museum, foreign country. I was like, depends on the foreign country, but it does not depend on the
I
glass.
don't know. It depends.
But it doesn't depend on the Glass Museum.
I feel like people don't like Americans right now, so I don't think it depends on the
I
country.
understand, but I was like, if you fought in a Glass Museum
Yeah.
in Sacramento, California,
Yeah.
just as bad as fighting in a Glass Museum in Dubai. Like Glass Museum is across all borders because Glass Museum is awful. Everything's going to break. Somebody's going to
Right.
get cut. Somebody's going to die.
Right.
So somebody's going away for murder no matter what country you're in.
It depends who starts it. But
So that's
I feel like
how
at this
thought.
point, even Canada doesn't like us. So, like, you fight in Canada, you're going to jail.
I understand what you're saying, but I was
So-
saying in my brain,
Yeah.
but,
Because the whole
but
point
put it
of-
in a glass museum
Yeah.
in Canada.
But the whole point of this game is try to change my mind, and I don't want to.
Okay, but I was
I
saying
agree with
glass
him.
museum doesn't matter what climate our country's in, doesn't matter what you stand on politically,
Yeah.
where you're traveling to, glass museum, somebody's dying.
Yeah. That's good. Great square. D is my next one.
Oh, I had
Prison.
C. What's C?
C is Home Depot.
Yeah, don't fight there. Somebody's dying.
So is that your logic for all the things you're
Yeah,
doing?
no, it's like
Someone's
somebody's dying in Home Depot.
Yeah.
Like realistically get into this like a real fight.
It's like Equalizer.
Yeah, but somebody's taking a drill to the chin.
Yeah.
Blech.
No.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so we switched. I had D and then C. So, and you had C and then D. So you had Home Depot and then prison, and I
Yeah.
had prison then Home Depot. And then we both agreed on
D,
MMA
you have to
gym.
fight. D, you have to fight.
What?
You have to fight
You
in
don't have
prison.
to fight in prison.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
Or you can just take it up the butthole.
I don't think you have to fight in prison.
You're not a dude.
I think that's just what TV shows tell us.
No.
How many times have you been in prison? As much as I have.
14 minus 14 times.
Neither of us actually know. We just know what TV
I've
tells
been
us.
in jail, never prison.
Right.
I've been in jail.
I don't think you have to fight in prison.
And it was a county jail in Montana.
Yeah.
Did not get,
I don't think that counts.
like, I didn't get the,
Did you get in a fight?
again, the full treatment. Like,
No, I don't know.
no.
No.
Like,
You don't know either.
no, I don't know.
And then we agreed on MMA gym.
That's one of the best places to get in a fight.
That's what I'm saying. It's all controlled.
No, I just feel like,
Padded.
no, just like, not only that, it was like, if you got in a real fight, like, here's how I feel like an MMA gym, either you're getting a real fight and people are going to go break it up, or they're going to go, okay, get on the mat, go for a fight.
Yeah.
You have people there. I just feel like an MMA gym is like probably the best place to get in a fight.
Yeah.
Because people actually care about the fight part more than anything.
True.
But I feel like there's probably some people that have never been in an MMA gym that might rank that higher.
That's true.
They're like, I'm scared of an MMA gym. I was like, that's probably my favorite
The
place.
octagon.
I just feel like that'd probably be my favorite place to get in a fight.
Yeah, they're cool.
Well, not just cool, like they actually care about your well-being. Like
True.
if you get hurt,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, somebody always gets hurt here.
Yeah. True.
That's how I feel.
All right, that's it. That's all we got. I liked it.
All right. You liked it. Hopefully people are still up. If they're up,
Thanks for
hopefully you
playing.
enjoyed it. What'd you say? So we're gonna play more of these games. Change My Mind is coming to some of our close friends' tables very soon with us at the center of it.
Yes.
We're gonna bring it to you. Look out, people, because we really enjoy it. We enjoy the designer. Not in prison though.
What?
Like I'm not in love with him, and I like him. Dang.
Weird. Anyways, thanks for joining.
Go ahead and end the show then.
I don't know how.
Yeah, you don't.
Show up in real life. We'll see you guys.
We'll see you. We will
won't
not see you next week.
We're gonna
All
be
right.
in Vegas.
All right. She doesn't know what this calendar means.
We will see you.
We will see you
3
very
weeks.
soon. Next week we're gonna do some IRL stuff. I
Yeah.
think we're literally in Vegas next week.
And then the week after, we won't be here either.
Yeah. So we are traveling.
Maybe
We're
we'll
gonna be.
take it with us.
We're doing some IRL stuff. So maybe we'll turn the camera on.
Yeah.
It depends.
All
Vegas, maybe.
depends.
Northwest, maybe.
Yeah,
We're gonna bring this to the Northwest.
that's true.
So love you guys. We will see you very soon. If you don't see us before then, reach out to us and show up in real life.
Yeah.
Why?
Because we said so.
No.
I said sit down in that seat.
Because people care about you, man.
Oh, that part.
Go
Yeah,
show up.
you should.
And I loved it. Bye.